Sword of omens, give me sight beyond sight.
I could do a fucking split ass. I could do a fucking split ass. Done a million times. I could do a fucking split ass. You pop out, and then roll, then you, that is split ass. Fucking split ass. I could do a fucking split ass. You pop out, and then roll. I mean, pop it. You roll.
I don't buy into
then
whatever
you go in
bullshit you're saying.
to the shit. Powerly blind, powerly.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right, let's get this going. What's good, y'all? Welcome to this week's B2P. Thank you for joining us. Before we get started, I just want to shout out our pilot of the week, the one and only Tint FPV. Congratulations, homie. I hope you're out there. And a couple birthdays. We had an OG Goon, the one and only Deathbeard, Joe Stan, Katrina Hadley from Quad Chat with Jake and Kat, who just had Joshua Bardwell on right before us. I know some of you guys were in the chat. It was a great show. If you missed it, I definitely recommend to go check it out. And last but not least, my homie and my brother, the one and only Wombat FPV. His birthday, I believe, is tomorrow. So happy motherfucking birthday, Wombat. We love you, brother, and we hope you have a good one. Super excited. We have Hit the Deck with us tonight to give us a little IO recap. Tech and I are going to fill you in about the throwdown in NYC and got some awesome news. So with that, let's get over to the goons. What's up?
What's going on, everybody?
What up? Freezing tamales.
Tamales. All right.
Sounds like a lot of people had a pretty happening weekend, man.
I didn't have anything. I just at home.
Bro, everybody seems to be throwing down hard this weekend.
I had a heat stroke.
I had 2 heat strokes.
I think Tech had a couple. Yeah.
Bro, I was
mobbed
dying
up out there. How many did you have like in total?
Well, they were estimating 70 people. I would say maybe about 40, 50 people, not including guests that came within, but it was a lot.
Hell yeah, bro.
Well, 40 might be. I don't know. I'd have to look at the pics. If you look at the pics, I'm guessing closer to probably about 30 pilots or so.
Right.
And then there was a good amount of guests. So
hell yeah, man.
But we found a system how to flow it. So I mean,
yeah, I saw Jay on the flight line there.
Yeah. Big shout out to Jay. So basically, I called it out, making up the digital as we went, because I have to shout out Frank from Safety Third, who did a lot of events in the New York City and Pennsylvania and Ohio areas. He's done tons of races. Safety Third.
They were out at I.O. They were our neighbors.
They're an amazing racing organization, and Frank had ran it for years. And Frank, he ran a really tight flight line. And also Charlie from Hobby Wing would come out on some of the races and be our announcers. So I learned racing flight lines, and basically when we were trying to figure it out, I'm like, all right, well, I know how to run analog, so digital, yeah, let's start with 5 and go. And we basically just grabbed some pink tape and marked the channels on the flight line. We did an analog line, and then we did a digital line, and we just said, okay, put your quad down if you on your channel, and if there's already quad there, you set your quad next to it, and that puts you in line, like putting a quarter on the the video game machine when you're when you're in the arcade.
Bro,
you
that's
want
some
up
old
next.
school shit.
So that's how we did it, and we basically just ran analog digital all day. And towards the end, I think we ended up with more digital pilots on the line. So I think we let a couple of them run back to back. But yeah, Tech and I got the ball rolling. Jay fucking stepped up massively to help because Tech was about to die, and I had to I had to get out of there from time to time too, because the heat was
Oh,
heat,
sure.
it was a scorcher, bro.
Well, Jay should be used to it because Jay definitely he works outdoors a lot.
He works on a tarmac. Yeah, he works on a fucking tarmac. So I was like, yeah.
Exactly.
It was, but yeah, I mean, I think that it was cool to see the different crews come together to it was big shout out to Make It Happen for putting it together and getting it all getting it organized. Man, we had a DJ, there was tents, there was food. They did a really great job on that. We came in to help and make sure the flight line ran smooth, and together we made it happen. It was fucking it was cool.
Shout out to Make It Happen crew.
Definitely, and it was awesome to see the goons jump in and without even really asking, just jump in and get involved and help. So,
bro, and that's what it's all about is community involvement. Like, I can't tell you how many people jumped in and were like, "Oh, you're giving shit away for these prizes or for these contests you're throwing. Here, throw away this frame, throw away these stickers. Here's some whoop gates." Like, everybody jumped in and helped out over here. So, I mean, when people jump in for the community, it really makes a fucking difference. And the fact that they were all goons, oh yeah,
fuck yeah.
And, the other things, like I kind of knew, like Bot said he might come, and sometimes like the Goons Day when he was going to try to come, but that day traffic for whatever reason was just insanity all around. And he said he got on the road, looked at it, it was like 4 some hours with traffic. He's like, yeah, I can't do that. And I was like, I can't blame you, bro, but. Bot did make it, and I think for me the real there was a lot of surprise people that I had no clue were gonna make it, like Forevermore and Vampire and shit. Yeah. And like
Cricket.
It was like I knew Cricket was coming because Ilbro told
know.
Me, but
thanks for letting me know. You don't love me.
And I think one of my highlights was just chilling with Will Brown half the day.
Yes, yes.
Will walks up, hands me cigarettes and water, and I was like, dude, thank you so much for that. That was awesome. But yeah, I knew some people were coming. Like, I knew Bot had the intention of coming, but I also know how it goes, man. Sometimes you can't make it. Shit happens, life happens. But it was cool. Bot made a lot of pilots made it, and a lot of of all skill levels, and Slat was there, Bubby was there, there was all of us. I mean, Erica Bandolerian. Yeah, she was there. It was cool. Like, I got to put a lot of faces with names, and people I've chatted with here or there, whatever, follow on Instagram or whatever.
What's up, Big Oily? Shout out to Big Oily.
Homies that, like I said, I just didn't realize were just show up.
Oh yeah, man. That's the fucking coolest thing when you get to meet somebody like that you've only seen. I've only seen your logo and shit before, and now I get to put a name and a face to it. Hell yeah, man. That makes it thing.
Definitely.
A lot of cats, that are in our Discord, like Matty Fleisch. I can't pronounce his name either, but a bunch of homies, like people, like it was cool. Like, a lot of people we just didn't know. I didn't really know what to expect because I kind of knew I kind of know like who's in New York, and I knew some people coming in or whatever. But it was a really good turnout.
For me, it was a surprise though, because I mean, obviously I got to meet Will Brown, was an awesome dude and everything. But I met one of my ex coworkers that I used to work before, and I was his mechanic. And he used to always tell people, yo, he fucking flies his drone inside the warehouse, which I did a few times, and a whoop here and there. I got a video on my YouTube. So I looked at it, I was like, oh shit, what the hell are you doing here? It's like, oh yeah, I got into fucking FPV. I was like, for real? After all the shit that I talked about? He's like, you got into FPV? He's like, yeah. So he kept telling me, he's like, yo, I wish I had DJI goggles so you could see what I was doing. So I was telling Chad that same story. And I was like, I couldn't because the only goggles I can grab was Chad, but he was flying at the same time that he was flying, so I couldn't see shit.
Right. Yeah, I didn't really try. Edwin was obviously there too, and I mean there was a lot of obviously the Make It Happen guys, and there was a lot of New York locals, a lot of great, a lot of goons from all over, and then just a lot of fucking awesome homies. It was definitely cool.
Yeah, I would have loved to have come again.
Dude, I mean, to have the Goons Day out at Pilgrim like 2 weeks prior, and then to hit that kind of back to back for New York was pretty awesome. You know what I mean?
Dude. Definitely.
Because we like, again, New York is not a spot like, let's say, Florida or in the South somewhere, where you have spots you can fly. Like the spots that we fly are kind of like they're dime a dozen. They're not dime a
Oh
dozen.
yeah,
They're like
few far in between.
They're
kind
few
of
and
thing.
far between.
too
Yeah,
far in
especially for
between.
good spots we're not going to get hassled or anything like that, and
Right.
or have to worry about. And the cool thing is, like, Staten Island's outside of the New York City no fly rules. It's only Manhattan and the Bronx technically. There's obviously airspace concerns in Brooklyn and Queens, and even in little parts of Staten, but Staten's pretty wide open. So and the cool thing is that Sparketex, he's developed a pretty good relationship with everybody in there, and it's actually like a NYPD and fire department training, and like they store crazy shit there, like like concrete barricades, like NYPD barricades, like the big concrete ones and stuff. But apparently they also do like some training and shit out there too. But they're cool,
dope.
man. Like cops drive by, everybody's people are doing their thing, flying their drones. They just drive right on by,
Hell
it's all
yeah.
good, no sweat.
Here's the thing with New York itself. The only time that we get the bad mouth where you got a couple of knuckleheads doing they're not supposed to. Now, for the most part, is authority aware of what we're doing? Absolutely. Do they want to bother us? Absolutely not. It's when they get called on by somebody else or when they have to put their foot down. But for the most part, they can care less as long as we're, doing something safely.
It's even like the underground, dude. Like we'd be flying the underground, and they would roll in there sometimes and sit there and watch us, and then they'd just fucking leave.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is around here. The cops don't care. They've come and talked to me a bunch of times while I'm flying. One of them takes a lunch break at my one of my usual spots, and he sat there and asked me just questions about the usual, like, how does it go? How far? How much it costs?
How long can you fly for?
Exactly.
What
The usual.
kind of range does it have?
Exactly.
How high can it go? I love how high, how far, and then how high. I was like, well, it's probably the same.
I mean, but
Right.
the difference is those, like, man, you try some of that shit. Like, people have gone and guerrillaed in Manhattan and obviously in the Bronx, but if they happen to catch you down there, and they have, you have a high likelihood of getting your ass kicked down there, because they are, like, Manhattan is like, terrorism. They're just like, they're trained to be looking out for anything that could be terrorism. Right. And so, I mean, like, they see somebody fire. I saw a dude got tackled in Times Square trying to fly a tiny whoop, bro. Like, cops fucking tackled his ass down, bro. Like, no fucks given. Like, some people get away with it. You're rolling the dice. You know what I mean? If you want to get your ass beat, go for it.
Go for it. Knock yourself out.
And you may go to jail.
The way we do, we just keep it low, keep it to locations that we can fly to, and just keep ourselves off the radar, and you're good to go. That's pretty much it.
When I'd fly over to Highlands, I'd be flying to Highland, and like, dude, the cops would come up in there and sit on one of the hills of Highland, and they would sit out there 20, 30 minutes sometimes, and like, watch me. Most times, I've had them approach me. They wanted to see if we were drinking. Like, that was like the number one thing. It's like, you see a bunch of big group of us chilling in some park somewhere, and they're like, are you guys, they'd come over like, are you guys drinking? I'm like, nope. And now that we're rec legal, we could be smoking, and they don't. Nothing.
Yeah,
nothing
people kept asking me the whole weekend. I was like, yo, is it okay to smoke? I was like, knock yourselves out. It's wreck. It's wreck.
I mean, I think this is like anything, just try to be as respectful as you can. Like, don't sit there and blow it in their faces. They don't fucking need that but aside from that, like, as long as you're not being an asshole, they don't care. Or you're standing outside the school waiting for your kid blowing a joint, you might have a problem, but like, other than that, like, no worries. And that's like, it's really to be honest, it really makes the whole thing more relaxed. You know what I mean? Like, because people are burning, whatever. You don't have to sweat it. Like, back in the day, it'd be like, there's always that looking over your shoulder, thing. And now it's like, everybody's like,
fuck it,
all good.
Yeah, it's ironic you mentioned that, because like you said a couple of years ago, you had to like smoke and put on the low. Now I see people on the streets walking around smoking a fucking joint like it's a fucking cigarette, and just like, whatever.
Bro, you turned a corner at IO and you just walked into somebody's club.
Now here, people in the street smoking, like, whatever, they're rolling and they're just
like,
smoking.
dude, my neighborhood now is turned into like, it's like the Village, but in Queens, basically. It's crazy. It's just like, there's people out. I've got 2 bars and a French restaurant that serves, and a wine store, and a couple coffee shops, and a couple bodegas, and a fucking laundromat, and a pharmacy, all like on my block. Like literally, it's crazy. So like, there's just mad people out front. I come downstairs and there's just always people chilling, burning, drinking, whatever, eating some food, you know, and it's wild to see it. It reminds me of like Amsterdam, and so I'm like, damn, this is actually pretty cool. Like it's changed, man. Like a lot since I moved here for sure.
How long has it been recreationally legal in New York?
A few months.
About 6 months, yeah.
So y'all
maybe
haven't seen any like financial gains yet, I
They
guess.
haven't even opened
It's
a
been a couple
dispensary.
years here.
Okay. So it's pretty much if you get it from your guy, you can pretty much hang out with it.
That's the ironic part about it, is because the way when they legalized it, it instantly became legal to possess in your home 5 pounds, and on your person 3 ounces on the street.
Yeah.
It was just like, damn, like. Okay, now where do we get it? Well, we're not going to open the dispensaries for about a year, and people aren't supposed to. They kind of fucked this part up. They're going to open dispensaries in a year, and then people can't start growing until after for a year after the dispensaries start selling. So basically,
That's
people aren't
stupid.
supposed to grow for 2 years effectively, and the dispensary. But we had. And that's mainly it's all about flower, because we have medical dispensaries that do concentrates, but there was a no flower policy, and now flowers just hit the walls, bro.
Good night,
And dude, shit's coming. Yeah, it's night, me hop.
Night me
Yes. I read it was meant to be 1 year before they were 1 year for dispensaries, and then another year after for growing. But then right now in New York State, there's a lot of farmers petitioning them to change that, so they want to start growing now. So
if they haven't started already.
Sure. Oh yeah, some people have started already. They're
So
not
we'll
gonna
see.
tell you, but yeah.
I'm waiting
see,
for
man.
I'm waiting for my father to get his card. They already gave him
But
the
not, bro.
okay.
I mean, dude, like, you know, it's coming in from all over now, you know, and they need to fucking speed it up if they really want to get the whole, you know, financial windfall or whatever going.
Right. It's medical. Medical is legal here in Missouri, but concentrates, and that's only for flower. Concentrates, it's still a felony because it's considered a completely different substance. Once it goes through a concentration process, it's a completely different substance as far as
That's like
you know,
milk and
feds are
sour
concerned.
cream. It's like
Yeah, or butter.
Pretty
butter,
much.
you know, it's still the same
Milk or
shit.
butter. It's the
Oh,
same
yeah.
shit, basically.
Well, you can get flour and pre-rolls and shit all day here from dispensaries, and there are a handful all over town. But yeah, concentrates,
Facts,
you're
Jasper,
going to your
facts.
guy.
Exactly, and then right now the local guys are fucking milking the shit of it. I don't think I think they re-up it maybe twice a week.
I mean, the
Oh,
reality
yeah.
is that you know, it, at least for now, their policy just literally drove everybody straight to the underground, you know, and so I mean, you know, I guess I don't know how you want to look at it. I mean, like, I guess all your local, you know, plugs are at least benefiting for now.
He grown my own. Oily tried to grow his own bed. He bought some Sudafed and put it into a pot. Good luck with that, Oily.
Big Oily, stop picking them up from the local spots you go to, and stop, you know,
You gotta use
bribing
that
them.
special water we were talking about. All right, so let's see.
Let's talk about IO.
Let's talk about.
We can talk about IO, man. It
How
was
was
a
the
fucking
freestyle
blast,
contest?
bro.
How did
Yeah,
that
let's
work?
talk
So-
about IO.
All right. So IO, if you don't know, you know, it's a giant festival. You woke up with quads rolling everywhere. So I was at the freestyle track from 8 a.m. till about 6 in the afternoon. It was go time pretty much from 10 o'clock till about 6 o'clock when shut down. It was go time the whole way through. Matty Blunts came through. Mr. Steele came through. I mean, we had a whole bunch of people out there. We had probably like 16, 17 pilots flying for the freestyle competition. We had about 14 flying for our game of quad the next day. Basically, you flew all your packs during the day, and 6 o'clock hit, you started pre-gaming, and then about 8 o'clock when it all went dark, you got your ass to the Tiny Whoop tent, and it was just a party until about 5 in the morning. It was
What
insane.
So tell us about the freestyle comp. How was that laid out, and like how'd you guys do it?
So the freestyle comp, I've pretty much taken what I've done here in Kansas City and transferred it over onto a larger scale. So it's laid out for all your pilots. Best run out of 2. 2-minute heats for each one. We'll play some music. The moment you lift off the table, you start. We were so it was me, Kelly, and Skittles, the newest pilot who hit the newbie drone. But anyways, so we were looking for your flow, creativity, and
I'm sorry,
consistency.
the 3 of you are the judges?
Yeah.
Okay,
So we
gotcha.
had a TV set up for analog, and then we had the DigiView set up for the analog or for the digital guys.
Right.
So we actually got to watch the feed, as they flew and everything. So it was really nice. You had one pilot up at a time, so you got individualized attention. But you had your 3 judges, but all your other spectators could sit and watch. So everybody, was behind the goggles, whether you had DJI or Fat Sharks. But no, it was really fucking cool. It went on for probably about 4 hours worth of a freestyle comp because everybody just kept throwing down.
Was it like a bracketed comp, or like how do you
That's
guys
awesome.
structure?
We have you have your 3 categories: flow, consistency, and creativity, with a possible score of 30. Per person, so a total score of 90. So we would take 3 scores, put them together, and then give you your score for each run. And we took the best run, and that's how we did it. Basically, like old Tony Hawk, rules, best comp. So we keep it structured as far as pilot to pilot. But the main thing is with our freestyle competitions, at least the ones I throw here, we've got a range of pilots who, some kick ass, some just started, but still want to participate. So doing a flow, consistency, and creativity opens it up to where, you could have a bag full of tricks, but if they look like garbage, then it doesn't matter. The fact that I do, only rolls. I rolled through the gap and I hit this tree. I did this, that, and the other. And just flowed and made it look good.
But it had a nice flow, and we were consistent with it.
So it opens it up for a little bit of everybody, which I think really took hold when Steele came in, because Steele was at the competition. Steele took first place right off the bat with his first run. He was probably a good 8 or 9 points above everybody else. But I mean, it opened it up to where, anybody could join. And then one of our KC local guys, so he crashed out his first run. His second run came in and he was just clean. Everything was really nice. He had maybe 2 redirects. Whereas Mr. Steele was, he's flipping around all crazy. He smacked some conduit. He hit a couple gates. He wasn't as clean as everybody else. And our KC local guy actually ended up taking first place away from Mr. Steele, which was a little crazy. But I personally tried to be as unbiased as humanly possible. The fact that he's one of my crew, I had to give it to him hard. I was actually the lowest score on his runs. But we had Kelly and Skittles FPV. So 2 guys who had no idea who this kid was, and they still, put him up and over. So it just goes to show it's just how you fly, man. Enjoy it, have a good time.
Sounds like it was a lot of fun.
Bro, it was killer. Matty Blunts, like you said, was there. Dude, he's probably one of the most humble guys that I've met in FPV. That was fucking cool. That was really fucking cool.
So were the pilots going one at a time? Was single file?
So it just depended on what was going on. If I was doing the events for the freestyle comp, we had one pilot at a time. Everything else was pretty much regulated. We ran a flight line, so we would have right hand, left hand, and we'd do the same thing you guys did, digital and then analog. So they didn't interfere with each other. But for the most part, I mean, we had people running 24/7. We did a game of quad on fucking Saturday, which was a lot of fun. And for that, you got one pilot up at a time setting a trick. Everybody else follows suit. But you got all these people who are coming in from other tracks who want to burn off some burn off their packs or just get some packs in for the day. So we would have our flight line correspond with like our games or competitions, and there was probably never a time where a quad was not in the air. It was
That's rad.
glorious, man. It was glorious. I probably got in like 8 packs all week. I mean, and that's pushing it before people showed up, because from about 10 o'clock till 6, it was packed. We had people spectating and coming through. Jesse Perkins brought the whole crew from Tidy Whoop Tent on our game of quad, and so we probably had a good 16 pilots, and then probably a good 16 to 25 spectators just hanging out, watching stuff. So that's rad, bro. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun, man.
You got to what do you say, coronate? I don't know if that's the right word,
bro. I wanted to tell you personally, thank you so much for letting me do that and giving me that honor. I've been wanting to give Waldo his purples for a minute, and then when you're like, yeah, let's do it. So Waldo saw it firsthand. I don't know if I was just hyping it up in my mind or if I was just that many beers deep. But like, I texted you and I was like, all right, man, chill, let's go. So I walked back to my golf cart to grab our Nerf guns, bro. The Nerf war is real. But I walked back to grab my Nerf gun and set up my Facebook and everything else. And my hands started sweating. My legs started going weak. I got up to Waldo and I was like, And even afterwards, I was still shaking. I showed him. I was like, dude, look at my legs. My legs is just jello. It was a fucking honor. So for that, thank you very much, Chad, for letting me do that. But bro, it was super fun
when we do those. Like when we got you, like
bro, I still have it up on my screensaver on my second side. That was a fucking night.
Yeah, but you get the winner for shock value because you just kept not noticing it.
Oh, dude,
Risco's kind of like about to hit you with a stick.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta fucking beat it into me, man. I don't learn things on the first run.
No. No, wait, I'm not purple. And I'm like, I'm like scrambling to try to change your color.
Bro, it was fucking epic. Absolutely love it when you guys do that.
We do like to have fun with it. That is for sure. And we, sometimes I give the guys a heads up when it's getting close, whatever. But then sometimes we just spring it on them.
Dude, and that's the best one. It's just brought up out of nowhere. And now I will say, so Chad, you might have to go back and look at the live video too. I didn't catch this until Waldo put it up in his video. But the moment I went live, he popped up with a thumbs up. The moment I went live, and I was like, okay, this is live. We're doing this tonight, blah, blah, blah. Boop, there's Waldo's thumbs up. So he might have had an idea something was coming.
Oh, so he did.
No, Waldo is just Johnny on the spot with commenting and liking your new videos.
Yeah.
Bro, he did he was my blue wrench in real life. He went to Walgreens, printed me out 2 QR codes, one for the KCMR Discord and one for our YouTube, and had people, coming up to our table and doing that. Bro, it was to have Waldo there was a fucking treat, because first he was telling me he wasn't going to go, life happens, and he wasn't able to go. And then he was like, no, I changed my mind, but I'm not flying. I don't have a quad that's, registered. I don't have an AMA. And I go, bro, I'm hosting this, right? So he rolled in. He didn't pay for nothing, didn't register, just came on down. We hooked him up, and there you went.
That's fucking awesome. It's funny awesome. You mentioned you said you only flew like a couple packs, and like I don't think Jasper flew any packs at the event. I didn't fly. I flew a few towards pretty much after everybody had left almost, but during the day, I flew like 3 or something, like the the main part of the thing.
In Jasper's defense, though, he's doing tech support, so he
was helping. He was helping somebody trying to build a quad or fix a quad, and but I think that was funny because like a lot of us didn't fly a lot because we were too busy making it happen, so like it was like
get it, make it happen.
It's kind of the side effect of putting some of this stuff together, but
I don't know about for you guys, but putting these on, you get the same kind of rush seeing like everybody stoked and happy putting in packs. I get that same rush when I'm hosting shit. I don't even care that I didn't put any packs in.
Look at that. What up, Joseph?
And Joseph was fucking cooking hot dogs, and I thought he was going to be like covered in soot. He cooked so many fucking hot dogs and hamburgers. Dude, and mind you, it's like 1 billion degrees. It's like it's like molten lava hot, and there's Joseph working the grill, man. Like, shout out for the dogs and burgers, bro. You were a lifesaver. And there was like times I look over and it's just pouring sweat, fucking spatula in hand, fucking flipping burgers, dude, all day. All fucking day long.
Oh yeah.
It was everybody put it like a lot of people put in work on that event And I'm sure same with IO. And I'd have to say I want to just big round of applause to the people that put this shit together and help actually make it happen.
Shout out to anybody who sticks their neck out and makes things happen. Like that's hard to. I've talked to you about all this shit too, man. Like, it's hard getting people on track sometimes.
Joseph was like my left side of my face. That is fuck.
Dude, I bet because he was pointed the one way. It's like the sun was just there the whole fucking day, bro.
And then the grill's like coming right from above, so I could imagine, bro. Jesus
and I just remember
Christ.
Will grabbing me and like trying to pull me under the tent because I was just my neck was like fucking red, like fire engine red, bro.
Well, I didn't want to say it though, but like even Joseph saw it, and I was talking to, I forgot who I was talking to, but I don't fucking remember. I was so burned out that there were like 2 or 3 times that day that I almost fainted. I didn't want to say it. I don't want
you were gonna faint a couple times.
Yeah, no, there's one time they were talking, I was blacking out. I saw my eyes black like this, like I gotta sit down. And mind you, I've been drinking water all fucking day, just the heat. I've always told people when the summertime comes around, I'm the worst person to be around because I just get real slow. And this is as slow as I got. And I was like, and with all that, I still managed to fly 6 packs that day. And in one of the packs, I was nervous the whole entire time. So when I came down, my hands were jerking like this, and I had to sit the fuck down. I couldn't. It's too much. Yeah.
What's going on here?
I'm all right. I'm alive.
I think I say something. Here, let me.
I personally can't wait to see everybody's edits coming out, man.
I posted something this week. Hopefully, it gets edited. Gets played. There was a lot. I mean, granted, though, you know what's weird though is like everybody that day has had a minimum of 5 packs. I would say minimum.
Oh yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah, there was for as many people was out there. Like pretty much everybody got to fly that wanted to ultimately. So.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Well, you're right. Most likely, I sweated it out before. Like literally, the only thing that gave me some solitude was I found my little raggedy thing on it, and me and Jasper were on the same page. Jasper had the little bandana, and it had the little towel that you wet it and you cool it off. And then I went ahead and bought one of the Make It Happen shirts. I wanted to buy one, but I was like, you know what? White. I'm always dressed in dark. I said white can help. I put the white shirt on, and I felt the reflection just kind of like bouncing off. So that helped a little bit. So that was heaven sent. But for the most part, I was fucking fried. Like I was so fried that we left at 9 o'clock at night after everybody left, from shooting the shit. And I got in my car and I blasted my AC from the moment I left, the moment I got to my house. And the only thing that managed to cool off was my hands. My body was still scorching hot from just the heat generated that day. I just couldn't cool off. I went home, took a shower, and I was still fucking sweating bullets out of all that. That's how much I overheated.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough, but it was worth it. There was no doubt about it. It was pretty.
Facts.
So is that like an annual thing awesome. Now?
First one, we'll see.
Oh yeah.
Ideally, yeah, we'd love to see more.
Yes, he did. He did for more. Definitely.
Yeah, no doubt. It was awesome though. It was definitely an awesome weekend. I think for everybody.
Are there more freestyle competitions, or are they just starting to pop back up? Because we got the West Coast Showdown.
There was one nearby me that I was going to go to, but I chose to go to Pilgrim instead.
Probably a good choice.
Yeah, a tinfoil hat usually does help reflect. Keeps your noggin, nice and cool.
Oh, big one would know that he's an expert interdimensional, traveling.
But all right, what time we got? All right, cool. Just checking on stuff. All right. Yeah, I mean, Hits Deck, you have any other shout outs or anything regarding IO?
Oh, bro. I got to meet so many people. Like I said, Matty Blunt's Mr. Steele was really cool. I did have one celebrity complex moment where so Quad Daddy is a regular on my stream and in my Discord. And I'm at the World Cup talking to somebody, back's turned, it's dark. He goes, somebody in the background's like, I know that voice. Does that Hit the Deck? I turned around and it's this kid I never met before, and he's like, I'm Quad Daddy. Blah. So that was fucking dope. Jesse Perkins. Jesse Perkins is way rad, man. The first night we walked into the tent and he's like, oh, you don't have a whoop or radio? Here you go. And he gave us a whoop and radio and was like, let's play some line of sight quad. That was pretty dope. Chris, multi-IO guy, multi-GP guy.
Breaking up.
You're breaking up.
New mic. Check. Check.
Go. You go.
One, two.
Seems to be better.
Are we back? All right. We got a new mic, so still playing around with levels.
That's the 400. The new
Chris Thomas, yes,
Chris Thomas. There you go. Big shout out to Chris Thomas because he works his ass off to put this on. But other than that, I mean, there's too many people. Waldo really made that trip for me, man. Honestly, him coming out, hanging out, jumping in, get in, bro. Just get in. That's all we had to say, and we had a blast. So shout out to anybody and everybody who came.
Yeah, and same for us, shout out to Make It Happen for putting together. Shout out for all the goons who jumped in and gave him a hand. Shout out to Jay for helping the flight line. Shout out to the whole fucking community, man. Like, this was a good weekend, I think, for the things that were happening. Yes, West Coast Throwdown is up next, and hopefully, to answer your question, we will see, if not, competition, just some good meetups, man. It just felt good to be out with everybody and fucking,
just vibing.
This last year,
give your fucking homie a hug, bro. Yeah, after this last year and a half of shit, we all needed this weekend. That's all I'm saying. So,
yep, bro. Need to escape.
I felt fucking recharged.
Yeah,
I don't know about recharge.
I mean,
I was so wiped out.
But exhausted. But
Sunday was a wrap. I thought about trying to go up to Gates or whatever, and I was just like, no. I sat my ass on the couch with the AC on, and Monday was pretty much the same shit, and then yesterday I started fixing my quad because my 10-inch, I had a 10-inch meltdown in my XT60, so I was like, well, I got to fix that. So now I got to do a bunch of packs so I can hopefully get out and fly this weekend. But there should be some footy on the playlist, I'm sure, from the event and hopefully from your event. And
yes,
we'll get there in a bit. I know Forevermore posted something, so if it's not on the playlist, we should add that. I saw that. We'll definitely check that out here in a bit. I might even do that right now just because it's so relevant. Did you put that on the list, Greg? Poor Greg's tired, guys. Everybody give Greg some love. He is fucking tired.
Greg's tired from what? Flying at night?
That's part of it.
We're burning the fucking daylight, as you can tell.
He's working.
I found a new spot that I could fly even later.
Oh, God, it can't get any later.
Oh, man, he's never going to get any sleep again.
You could sleep when you're dead.
Facts.
Sleep is a crutch, Greg.
Sleep is a crutch.
I'm just on cruise control right now.
Here, let me look at the playlist. Is Forevermore's on the playlist? I don't know if it made it. Did it make it on the playlist?
I didn't add anything extra other than when it was already set.
Waldo says he's going to be in an hour.
pull an audible. Oh, Waldo's yeah, he gets off work soon. Here, well, so since we're talking about the New York Throwdown, let's watch a little footy from Forevermore real quick. Pause, I say. Then we're gonna get into some of the news. All right, let's check this out right quick. I might skip through a little bit of it because it's a little long, but here we go.
He's on 6.
I'm on 2. Can you go to 4? Are you getting DJ high?
No.
No.
This is what they were down at the end.
4?
We split the flight lines. At the end of the day, it was at the
Nice
very end.
intro. Look at that. Some production value there.
There you go. Somebody pay that extra. Somebody pay that extra fan space to get that logo done.
We got that
Right.
B-roll.
Get that B-roll.
I swear to God, if I see a rose.
I go harder than anybody. I go harder than anybody.
Kinda hate that bridge.
Harder than a motherfucker than they hit a party. Killer, yes.
Oh yeah, we here.
Well, this will give you an idea how many people are here.
Oh, look at that piece of shit, Lexus.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's mine, by the way.
No hate. I'm rolling with a Ford Taurus, bro.
It's like,
Holy shit. Yeah, you guys did squat up.
Yeah, you probably
Little cameo.
for the XY separation.
I'm pretty new to 3D printing, man, so I don't know much
Usually with TPU, I do 0.6.
Oh God, I hate hearing my voice. Get Bubby.
free the tamales, Bubby.
Pila tamales.
Alright, let's go! Digital light up!
Why you gotta be so loud?
Come on,
Man.
man. Down that law, Chad.
Fucking New
I
Yorkers,
was
bro.
regulating, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I was just waiting. I didn't want to tell about shit.
I was melting on
Fucking
the way
New Yorkers.
Here,
I
man.
didn't want to tell about nothing.
Fucking Mohawk melted and everything.
Hey, I'm walking here.
For keeping things from me. What you guys got going on? Hold on, man. Digital up, let's go!
Look at Will
I had a
Brown.
fucking megaphone at one point. They handed me a megaphone. I'm like, dude, I'm loud enough. I don't need that shit. It, with
Yes.
the
Dimension of the
DJ
quarter
going-
rim oily.
With the DJ going, it was crazy. Oh, look,
Looks like a
Castle
damn
camera.
good time.
Look at Chad giving for more some ass. I see that.
Dude,
Fucking Dakota.
Yes, it was a Dakota ring, all right,
Now
all
my
right, big
songs
oily.
100K in 1 week, long way from the 6'3".
Damn.
Everybody waiting
Damn.
on me, son. I ain't even bust yet, just a pre-com. I been feeling real good as a breeze. Saying whole hug got me feeling like I'm beast. Got the key.
I fell asleep amid the flowers.
The hell, E-Rod is a guitar stand. Look at him. E-Rod is drunk. With Navy.
Power stance for the win.
Hey, is this your quad?
Forevermore back.
dude, big shout out for Forevermore for quad retrieval team. He jumped right in on that shit too, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's some balls with all that fucking poison ivy. Look at Will Brown, split, almost fucking spread eagle.
Oh, he's got that fucking power stance.
I know it's gonna fly the 10-inch under his legs.
You might have more than enough room, man.
Yes, double A. That is a Dakota ring.
So dope, too. Like, what was that
These
beforehand?
guys are trying to fly in the pipes at one point.
I mean, we have Bubby. Bubby could have been the gopher.
I'm sitting in my room as I'm looking out the face. Something to write about. I still got some damage from fighting the White House. Just a daydream. I fell asleep amid the flowers.
It's a cool spot, man.
Yo, Forevermore, that little spot right there, there's actually a bum that actually falls asleep in there.
So, what is this? Like,
That's a barge.
They park barges up on the up there.
Now come on, everybody, let's make cocaine cool. We need a few more half-naked women up in the pool.
Yeah, and then I saw Forevermore climbing into this tube, dude. It was like fucking trying to get his quad off.
Wait, he went inside of it?
He had to, yeah.
Oh damn.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh damn, Will Brown, you're definitely a Rotorisco pilot in the stands. Oh, you hit the piper right. He was doing the pipe.
Bot.
He was piping the shit out of freaking Staten Island. Get it? Piping.
I had to turn my back on what got you paid. I couldn't see. Had the hood on me like Abu Ghraib.
Yo, don't let that sunset fool you. It was still fucking hot.
It was like the worst place.
Don't let that water fool you. It was still hot.
You get a shot of the Dickosaurus up there on the tower?
What?
It's on the other tower, I think.
I think it's still there.
I got a shot.
Get some Forevermore. Fucking love that wolf.
He's gonna hit the pipe beside the weed at the end. It was weed. It's not the kind of weed you're talking about.
If you look on that second tower, if you go by it, there's a Dickosaurus up there. Yeah, you can see it. It's red right there. You can barely see it.
How the hell did you walk up and put it up there?
Dickosaurus.
No, I didn't do it. Those guys did. There's a couple of Dickosauruses running around the.
You did Dickosaurus. I should post a picture of it for people can know what the hell it looked like, because people were wondering in the chat what the fuck is a Dickosaurus.
Jason, y'all had a knife edge challenge?
Let me find a picture of my Dickosaurus.
A couple people were doing like trying to do some knife edges and stuff. I think a couple little challenges kind of came up. Oh, see, I got the megaphone. Yeah, regulate that.
A fucking official. I'll call on you next time I need somebody out at IO to run my shit.
Shout out.
Yeah.
You guys
had to keep these guys going, bro.
We had to, bro, because I mean everybody wanted to fly. I don't sell fake weed. I just, you know.
Jay coming out to help regulate.
Get up, Jay. Lay down that law.
I was like, cool, Jay's here. I'm gonna go fucking go hang out with Will. Go get my shit.
I got that skunk, Marcel. I got that skunk.
It's like not hot. I won't pick it.
Oh, sorry, Marcel. Get it? Sorry. Hey.
Oh, it's fine.
What happened there?
Alright, Sunday!
Head underwater, I'm just begging that you save me. Money that I need it right away. I can't even take a break. I've been grinding night and day. Apologize if I'm too impatient.
I could see exactly what the Dickosaurus looks like. It's on that tower there to the left. I'm sure there's an orbit or two of it up there. Somebody.
I was so baked, I don't even remember them putting it up there.
Did we? There was a couple of them floating around, and Joseph kept flying one out on his quad.
And I remember hearing somebody saying that.
I was gonna do it on the digital rig until it almost caught fire.
This boy is on fire.
Yeah, I was bummed. I really wanted to fly that one that day.
Ooh.
But yeah, Sparky and the boys did a really good job. We had a really good time.
Looks awesome, man. It looks like a fucking blast.
Unless we got a petition to go to Canada. So good, Marcel. So good, bro. You gotta know by now I could take a joke. You can troll me all you want. I don't care. I could take a joke.
Bro, to put
Look
on
at this one. Look at this
Give him
one.
a kiss.
You fucking whore. Look at Will Brown again with his fucking super stance.
Power stance.
Power stance.
This is Vamp.
Look at Vamp right there just showing up.
You got a Botcoin season shirt. Analog season 1. Ooh, S1 shirt.
Get some.
Better know.
Hell yeah.
I saw titties.
So that's a little bit of insight into our weekends.
There we go. We got the official green flag to go to Canada, guys. Go to Canada. Let's go to Vancouver. I want to go to Vancouver.
Ben, Canada's beautiful. So let's see here. Let's get some news in before we hit Game of Quad. We got a good amount of entries this week in Game of Quad,
Yes.
so it should be pretty awesome.
All right, Jay. Have a good night. Again, thank you very
Good night,
much
Jay.
for your.
Night, Jay.
Yeah, mad love, brother. Actually, I just want to check something real quick.
Just remember, if you fly Delta and you leave out of JFK, your food doesn't show up on your chair.
Shit.
Blame it on Jay.
That's right.
Actually,
That's right.
oh wait, I'm in the wrong goddamn. I'm in the wrong channel.
Part of the
Whoops.
MC.
I'm just checking. Looks like we had an addition, Greg, to Game of Quad. Heads up. I'll add it to the bot.
I already been to Toronto. Get some grilled chicken sandwich on a Kaiser.
What
bread.
time was the entry?
9:57. Will Brown. Shame.
Shame. 8 o'clock is a cutoff.
Well, 8 o'clock cutoff, Will. 8 o'clock cutoff.
Ocho cortando.
You gotta
el
be
tiempo.
slaloming those that power stance you got going on.
Yeah, you're gonna be slaloming the power stance. All right, we'll go ahead and add you this week. Will Brown is our last interest there. So in news, don't have we're not going to get into any real super details, but one of the biggest news items we have for tonight is EMULFIGHT 0.4.0 imminent release. Truth be had, we were trying to kick it out the door today. Nerdcopter's busting his ass on it. Unfortunately, time ran out, so we're looking at most likely tomorrow. I don't want to put him on the spot, but most likely tomorrow you will be seeing EMULFIGHT. It's imminent. Let's put it that way. Unless there's any problems we find last minute, tomorrow should be the day. If not, probably the next day. But I would be looking out for it. Hopefully sometime,
Well,
afternoon.
I was fine over the weekend. It actually was pretty good.
The biggest features are coming in. Let's just run through this really quick.
There's a lot.
Quick. There is quite a bit, actually. So there's some new mixer implementations. We now have Legacy, a smooth mixer, and a 2-pass mixer. Legacy is the standard mixer everybody knows. Smooth mixer effectively helps avoid harsh clipping. It kind of softens clipping of the actual Legacy mixer, so you shouldn't saturate and or max out your motors quite as easily. And then we have a 2-pass mixer, which is now handling yaw output and roll and pitch. Oh, how do you do that? It's handling yaw separate from roll and pitch.
Yes.
And so now the idea is we're trying to make it so, if when you do a yaw spin, your quad changes elevation, you're able to actually mix the yaw differently now so that you don't get as much of a attitude adjustment when you do a yaw spin. So that's cool. That's coming in there. Nice. We've got a function called mixer laziness. So that's basically a combination of thrust linearization and it's a toggle for smarter dipping prevention strategy. Nerd's description on that one's a little crazy.
Yes.
What?
What?
Effectively, I could say, anybody flown the lazy mixer? Maybe Risco has. I don't know. I haven't actually flown the lazy mixer
Neither
yet.
have I yet.
Mixer yaw throttle compensation, that's what we're talking about there, with the ability to help prevent big jump on yaw throttle. There is a really cool wiki. I'm going to post a link for that stuff in the chat now. I'll actually post this whole thing in the chat in a second. But this is regarding the thrust linearization and mixer stuff. thrust linearization is compensation for inherent non-linearity of thrust and RPM of motor output. Should effectively make it more smooth. The best way I could put it. You have a low and a high output that you can actually use to help match the motor's curve high or low. So your high value shouldn't saturate it, and your low shouldn't be
desaturating it
too low either way. Yeah. It's a lot of data here, and I unfortunately don't have clear experience with everyone personally yet, because to be honest, I hadn't flown these mixer styles yet.
Well, actually, those are actually pretty good for indoor flyers in a whoop. So you have a little more authority and control. So it doesn't get bouncy. It's more locked in.
There's an axis lock function. We have EMU gravity, which is a kind of a simple implementation of anti-gravity. For a long time we didn't really use anti-gravity, but we've come up with something similar to anti-gravity that, again, as you're throttling, your nose isn't going to be dipping like what anti-grav would traditionally do. Alpha, beta, gamma filters, which can be used on gyro or D-term. Another filter style, which again, I personally haven't used that one. I haven't found personally the need for it, but some people seem to like it. There's a whole bunch of functions with that. The big one, I think, for me personally, is the Smith predictor on gyro, which effectively is almost like an automatic feed forward. You can tune it a bit, but effectively it is pushing your set point and gyro closer together. So even though you might have a good PID tune, due to delay, you might be not tracking your gyro might not be tracking set point really tightly. Smith predictor basically is looking at what you've been doing and takes that and predicts what you're going to be doing next, and it kind of pushes it like an automatic feed forward. And you don't really have to do a ton of tuning to it, and it's not like you just keep adding. It's not like you just keep adding feed forward. You just kind of set this thing up, and it just kind of works. It's
like
actually pretty sick.
I think it's like 4 values. I think it is for now, and it's for now. I think is under CLI commands, but with the new configurator, it should be available.
There's a new angle mode. There's nothing to configure there. Angle mode 2.0. That's going to be good for your whoop racers. We now have KISS and actual rates implemented, so you're now going to be able to use your KISS rates, or you'll be able to use actual rates. Does not currently auto convert rates, so you're still gonna need to use calculator for now, but you should be close. I think by the auto convert he's made, you can't. If you have values set and you switch from Betaflight to KISS, it's not gonna auto convert. You're gonna have to put your KISS rates in. I think that's what he's saying. I wish he was here tonight, actually. New Kalman filter, a bunch of new D-term LPF types, and especially for Helios and gyro, you now have the ability to take. You know how you normally have a PT1? Well, now you can have a PT1, 2, 3, or 4 before you actually have to hit biquad. So in the PT series of filters, you now have 3 additional options for how much filtering you want. PT1 being the least effective or the least amount of filtering, and then you can step it up if you have a noisier quad or you need more of a low pass, but you don't want to quite jump into a biquad, which adds more latency.
Risco made a good point about how to explain Smith prediction. He says the explanation is use the last few milliseconds of gyro movement to predict the next few milliseconds of gyro movement, then use the prediction to lower PID latency.
Yeah. Yep, which is going to be how well you're tracking.
Thanks, Risco.
Yes, thank you, Risco. Bunch of new upgraded It's a lot of filtering. There's a lot of filtering stuff, which some of it I think some people are really going to appreciate. The IMUF on the Helio now has the ability to change its PT value, so you can change the IMUF from a PT1 to a PT2 or 3 or 4. So if you need more or less filtering, a lot of people are liking PT2.
I use PT1.
With a macro, I'd probably run PT3. From the logs I saw, PT2 and 3 are not that radical, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, I recommend you use PT1 unless you need it. New dynamic D-term notch.
Bubby, keep writing the word free.
Dynamic. Yeah, write the word free, Bubby. Upgraded dynamic gyro notches. And gyro plus code. I'm not sure what the hell that one is. You know what the gyro plus code is, Risco? I have no idea about that one. Alpha, beta, gamma. I don't have a good explanation. We'll have to get Quick Flash on here here soon to kind of give us an explanation. But I'm going to drop another link for what that filter is. There you go, Bubby.
There you go, Bubby.
Free them tamales. But here's the entirety of the changelog. I'll call it EMU 4.0 changelog. I think the biggest thing that you guys can expect, to be quite honest, there's several new targets coming. I think the EMU gravity is going to be clutch for a lot of people. The Smith predictor, it's going to make the quads feel snappier, more responsive. Those are some big ones. People have been asking for actual rates. I think a lot of people are going to like that. So that might be something you want to play with Swift Duck, with your linear and actual setup. Linear actual setup, yeah. The thrust linearization can be really helpful for somebody like me, actually, because being able to take a macro quad, which it wants to spin down pretty low RPM, and kind of instead of raising idle, I can kind of adjust my low output, so I would get less. Like if I dump throttle, I wouldn't go too far down. The props wouldn't try to backfeed and slow down too far. It will keep it at a stable amount of throttle, even at minimum. So that's pretty sick. Or too much. If you're saturating your motors, you can tweak your top end too. I think axis lock. I haven't used axis lock yet personally. Even gravity is going to be good. Like I said, this is a big one. And then the new filtering options in general, I think, will be helpful for some. But that's basically it. The rundown in a nutshell. We'll get more info and more better explanations as the information becomes clear in some situations regarding some of these modes and stuff. But what I always suggest is just flash it and fly it. That smooth mixer's cool. 2-pass mixer sounds cool, and the laziness sounds cool. I think if you're really trying to go for flowy, not probably the opposite of what Greg's been doing lately with his linear rates, but it might help with that. I don't know.
You can get flowy with linear rates. I don't even know why people would use Super 8 anymore. It seems kind of redundant.
What was that?
You got a target for the F7, the Hobbywing F7.
Which one? The convertible or the
the convertible? Perfect.
Yep.
I'll jump into that after stream tonight.
Do it.
I'm actually gonna plug in that quad tonight, Bubby. That quad. So after I replaced, you probably saw the exploded ground wire. I sat there and was thinking about it, and I think that XT60 might have been a factory hobby wing, it was on there, and I just soldered it to the 4-in-1 and never messed with it. So I was thinking it's possible that solder joint could have been cold, which is actually what Jasper suggested. Either way, that plug was arcing and it slagged the cable. It completely melted the solder on the backside of the ground, and it literally fried half of the ground cable. When I cut down the side of it, and I kind of tugged on it to see if the ground wire was loose in the jack, and half of the conductors just came away. And it was I had half of a cable wired up. And then instead of being copper, they were gray. It was just no bueno. So I changed it all out and used a XT90. And I'm going to show the new wide FPV. Dude, XT90s and the 8s have about a 30 amp difference in current capacity, and an 8 is $10 a set, and you can get 5 sets of XT90s for the same price. So it's hard to justify. On a lifter or on an X class or something. Yeah, those. It's. I would justify the more expensive connectors. I actually use Supras, which are pretty expensive, in my bigger, higher voltage rigs, but. My Bandolero didn't have this problem, and it is an XT60. Has zero issues with this problem. I think it was just a bad connector, and it fried it. And
Well, what we mentioned off chat was too that particular harness you didn't make it. It came like that. So like we were suggesting prior, those connectors were made on the machine, and there was no QC behind it. And finally, I don't think the manufacturer assumed you was going to do what you did with that, and you probably exceeded.
I just think it was a bad. I think it got a cold. I think that over time it got a bad solder joint, and it started arcing. Arcing produces heat. It melted down the solder and went to hell. And it's just, you know, that's it. It's pretty simple from what I'm seeing. Anyways, I changed the connect. I rewired it with all new battery wires. Resoldered everything. XT90. Plugged her in, powered it up, everything worked. My Vista worked. So everything looks good. I'm gonna go out and try to field test it tomorrow.
I'm gonna call you on it. If you're not there fucking testing, I'm gonna rip you a new one.
But that's, you know, it happens. And so if you ever have a brownout, check your XT60 on the backside, because that's where it was.
Also, pro tip too, though, if you're getting a lot of brownouts or you're getting automatic, your flight controller resets itself or brownout, always check the pin on the XT60s, because sometimes over time, especially if you're running a lot of 6S, they tend to collapse. So when that usually happens, pro tip, that's a lot of people.
That will make them arc too.
Yeah, they can arc, and they lose their material, and they get less and less loose in the plug. If you notice that when you unplug it, it just comes out too loose, make sure you check the inner pins, make sure they're not a collapse. If it does collapse, what I've done, is kind of an old school thing to do, is I took a piece of toothpick, right?
You just drop a hex driver in there, bro. You got a hex driver in the field. Hex driver, done.
Send it. Done. But if you want to hide it longer, just put a piece of toothpick. That's what I do. And use some
on the backside. Yeah, the reason why I knew it, and Bubby called it, because he's like, yeah, I bet you it's something's messed up with your XT60. So I actually did spread it out, and it was better for like 30. It was like better for 30 seconds, and then it went to shit again. And I was like, yeah, something. And then, but dude, when I sat home, I got home the next day, popped the backside of that connector off. It was fucked. But with that, we're gonna come back to the news, and afterwards we're gonna show the DJI wide FPV application, which I'm digging this, and I think you guys are gonna like it. Your DJI guys are gonna like it. So we'll come back to that after the Game O Quad. But yep, look for EMU 4.0 tomorrow, or 0.4.0 tomorrow. This week we had one, ish. In a perfect world, should be tomorrow. This week we had the trick setter of the one and only Juan Solo. And the trick was to do slaloms.
She swallows?
Actually,
what?
Let me...
Ew.
I got her.
Perio likes almond brownouts.
All right, so Will Brown is on the list. All right, thank you, Greg. So first up is going to be Juan Solo.
Well, first show the trick, though. Let's show the trick so people see what they're trendsetter.
That's what I said. Trick setter, Juan Solo.
Oh. Stupid.
All right, Juan Solo. All right, our first entrance is Risco.
I got it.
And here come your choices for tonight's Game of Quad.
Getting tight, Risco.
Hey, that spot looks familiar, Risco.
Oh, yeah.
Spot looks very familiar. Nice.
That was dope.
Yeah, it was dope.
Right on beat.
Oh, I got. Never mind, Perry. I'll take it back. You're stupid. I'm stupid.
Risco up first. Next we got Tech.
All the particles.
You should have gone for the head.
By the way, I'll find EMU 4.0. Same as look.
Oh. Forgotten while riding in an overcrowded prison. They stopped me dead in my tracks and asked if Bronx slang is under attack. I said, copy that. Yo, I'm up the back. Yo, copy that. Yo, it's all a trap. Yo, copy that. Yo, I'm spitting fast. Yo, copy that. Yo, they falling back. Yo, they won't prevent him from shooting. I even blame him for raping, but correct me if mistaken. They try to save him from vaping. The conversation I'm making is a race in relations, a situation I'm hating. There's the birth of a nation, so I'm impatiently patient from years of pounding the pavement. Paul Revere was a snitch. They want to blanket their statement from international waters on American soil, where they spoil the victors and break bread with the royals. If the victor's the system and my position's precise, cost of living is ended, why am I paying the price? Is it worth all the waiting, or they just baiting me in? I'm like a fish out of water, let the slaughter begin. The rat race will fizzle out before it sizzles, cause missiles travel a lot farther than starter pistols. But they stopped me dead in my tracks and asked if Bronx slang is under attack. I said, copy that.
It's Mike Drones.
Ow, my back hurts when
Down south slanging, rolling with these hustlers, trying to get rid of all you haters and bust. What's
the slalom in the parking garage?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Guess hell ain't harder than prison, who knows? In the 90s, the traffic stop get you tickets, a joke. Now they find you a traffic stop.
Looks like he's booking it too.
Yeah. We be sipping the slow. One of my niggas was selling work, now he's selling no shows. I'm EJ, so that's growth. Pay attention, take note.
Slaloms is a good fundamental to have.
Oh, yeah.
Better not be by your home. If niggas really won't hurt you, they gon' leave you alone. Cause the people's is coming.
Oh shit. Risk will be using silverware. Thanks, Big Oily. I tried. I was fucking beyond burnt. Well, at least I ain't the only one that crashed.
You got that juke motion going.
This is Jay.
Look at that.
Jay in the house?
Well, he already went to bed already.
In that game of quad, let's go. I forgot all about it.
I forgot about it, but then I remember that's I've done it before there, you know, but with the loop-de-loop, and I was like, wait a second, I could do the swallow. That's why I stopped, and you see the flight, I just went for it. I was like, fuck it.
I spent all week trying to fix drones rather than flying them.
That would have happened if you didn't use linear rates. I don't know.
I had terrible service out in Indiana.
Oh yeah.
You're basically in the middle of nowhere.
We got what is real?
Really? Yeah, you had to use the goons.
This song.
Alright, I give him credit for that.
Ooh, throwing a little style in his slalom.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been that or he puckered.
That's what I was saying a little earlier. I like it when they're the easier tricks, so you can really put in some of your own style into it, man.
That's
What is
true.
real throwing it down for sure.
But we need it though, because last week's trick was definitely a doozy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up should be Dr. Steele.
And I start. Damn.
Nice. Nice and smooth.
Should have ran some new on there, Will, bro. There you
Yeah,
go.
those are tight. Those are
That's
tight.
tight.
Yeah.
Doctor in the house.
Okay. Okay. Oh.
Hold on to it.
Those are super tight. In that spot.
Yeah, that's tight. He said.
Nice, dude.
Get you some, doctor.
Get it. Those things are like a couple feet apart.
But I'm back home. Dirt naps in my old life, never chirp back, got a pack phone. Purse snatch for the bus trip, so the trust shit never lasts long. Funds quick.
Dr. Steele. Good shit. Oh boy, here comes the big oily.
What is
We're gonna get slayed.
See, he wasn't swallowing what it was. He was actually bending space and time. So he was bending the poles. And
Yeah, he's actually flying straight.
yes, he's flying straight right. And as he was cutting the poles moved to the side. Yeah, he just bent the poles.
A little backwards slalom.
It's logical.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Seems feasible.
Oh, a little rolling slalom. Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn, he can even flip the universe over.
And this is actually what we were talking. This is what we were talking about last night, Oily, like taking a simple trick and then adding and combining stuff. Totally.
Well, that's the same thing that
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
They say numbers don't lie. Is that a 6 or a 9? I stand in front of the clock cause I'm ahead of the time. Knock your pussy ass off and send your head to your mom. I ain't playing with niggas, no sir, not me. And they can't blindfold with my third
I think I just caught Will saying he didn't submit the right trick. All right, well, that's all right. You'll
You're
get
fired.
it next time. You're
you
fired.
flip flop. You're fired.
Oh, is this Perry Team Flip Flop Earl?
Team Almond Brown.
Team flip flop Almond Brown.
Out there in Florida.
Some good stuff tonight, boys and girls.
Feels.
Guys, oh, this is a nice night spot. Look at this. Look at that lighting.
Look at them palm trees.
Look at them flip flops. Oh, he didn't say that. What did you say, Will? I thought you said something about you didn't read the rules.
Oh shoot! You just
What
want
rules
to
did you
email.
not do? What
don't
rules
think-
did you not read then?
He didn't submit in time is the only thing I see that he didn't do.
Ah,
Man.
you get one.
If you get late entry, you just get a public flogging. That's all.
Oh
You
shit.
could still play a video, but
Yeah, I don't know, but he might like that.
If it keeps happening, Swift Duck will sick the ducks on you.
all right.
It's some
They'll just
extra.
come. They'll just come at night while you're eating dinner.
Yeah.
Demand okra.
The
All right,
duck
well, we're
remix
watching
of
it, Will.
Risco
You're locked in. You're locked and loaded. So committed.
It.
That's
committed.
it.
Get some
Dixon
records in.
getting down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that tree
This is sick.
slalom.
Yeah.
Woo. Hell yeah.
Always gonna crash.
Oh, and here goes Will.
Let's see what trick he submitted it. Because he followed the rules.
I guess I misinterpreted. So he is slaloming.
He saw him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lying
what
like
I'm
a
talking about.
lying like a
Slapped a stick of butter on there, though. Juicy and smooth.
Flogging how many lashes? Ducks.
he said SNFB, I'm in heaven.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Are you from Westchester?
Do you want me to sit down and start dancing and shit? Are you from Westchester? That's what I'm looking for.
Hold on.
Dude, I wonder if Gravy actually watched all those videos. He was like, I'm scared. Once again, here's your choices this week.
yeah.
All right, let's rewind the playlist. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Shout out
Great
to all our
turnout this week.
contestants this week. Y'all are
Yeah, nine.
freaking killing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, for real, Emu is fucking killing it right now. I just rebuilt an Emu quad that's using a Zeus stack. Oh my god, it flies so good.
Yeah, here's for,
We're gonna-
here's for the strippers.
We're gonna talk about it a little bit, but there's for the Kiss Kids, there's that new H7 coming out. Apparently, the first order batch is already gone, and it's gone.
It was a Patreon only deal.
It'll be out eventually for us peons.
Right. It looks sweet.
We'll run
Finally
through it a
adding
little bit here.
Good shit. Fucking Periel.
Yeah, the OST is good. All right, so first one. Here's your first contestant of the evening, the one and only Risco. No failsafe.
We have 4 emu guys flying this week. Okay. Did I miss anybody?
Once again, it's exclamation votes and the number.
If I competed, I don't have to vote.
We got a meh from Oily.
What do you mean meh? Don't mean meh.
I think that's in reference to the H7. Fucking Risco, bro. This one coming in hot.
Some of us are still on that analog, bro.
Analog is better.
So I love my HPs.
Analog, team analog, bitches.
We've got both kind of video, country and western.
What, is that a hold down or hootenanny?
Definitely a hootenanny.
Oh. The knee slapper right there.
This is Tech.
Going for all the pixels.
Yeah, that's for all the Mr. Steels in the world that want to fly their analog Kiss.
They stopped me dead in my tracks and asked if Bronx slang is under attack. I said, copy that. Yo, I'm up the back. Yo, copy that. Yo, it's all a trap. Yo, copy that. Yo, I'm spitting fast. Yo, copy that.
See, right there's when I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do the trick.
Yo, they falling back. They won't prevent him from shooting or even blame him for raping, but correct me if mistaken. They try to save him from vaping. The conversation I'm making, there's a race in relations, a situation I'm hating. There's the birth of a nation, so I'm impatient and patient from years of pounding the pavement. Poor Revere was a snitch. They want to blanket that statement from international waters on American soil, where they spoil the victors and break bread with the royals. If the victor's the system and my position's precise, cost of living is ended. Why am I paying the price? Is it worth all the waiting, or they just baiting me in? I'm like a fish out of water. Let the slaughter begin. The rat race will fizzle out before it.
Thanks, Will. One of my friends, Vic, told me the same thing. I wasn't shooting for that, but I guess it's a film look.
Down south slanging, rolling with these hustlers, trying to get rid of all you haters and you busted. Down south slanging, rolling with these hustlers, trying to get rid of all you haters.
See, we don't got none of that back here, bro. We don't got no dead parking lots. I have to go upstate for that.
In the 90s, the traffic stop get you tickets, a joke. Now they find you a traffic stop, get you riddled with holes. We be
my drones.
We be sipping the slow.
Looks good, man.
Work, now he's selling out shows. I'm EJ, so that's growth. Pay attention, take note. You over 40 and moving work, better be by the boat. Better be by the dock, better not be by your home. If niggas really won't hurt you, they gon' leave you alone. Cause the peoples is coming. Where your loyalty, youngin'? When a rapper say free my nigga, his lawyers get hungry. And everybody wanna be a trap nigga, cause them rap trap niggas get paid. And don't nobody.
Ouch.
Got Jay. We got one is real. I love the fact these are the Goonies music.
Can you just see those trucks taking off down the sand right now?
Love that logo.
Oof.
Dr. Steele.
He likes it tight.
Not pussyfooting around those things either.
Saw that shit a mile away. Say bye bye, be nice, smile and wave. Up and down the side to side and bob and weave and pop. Up and down the side to side and bob and weave and pop. Jabbing, jabbing, right into the body, step back hook. Up and down the side to side and up and down the side to side and up and down the side to side and bob and weave and pop.
I'm the same way you will, Brian. I just clicked in my head mid-fly. I was like, wait a second, I could probably do the trick. And I was like, ah, fuck it, just go for it. Right now, it's already melted already.
First class with a crack phone. Third lab, but I'm back home. Dirt naps in my old life, never chirp back, got a pack phone. Purse snatch for the bus trip, so the trust shit never lasts long. Funds quick.
What's up, propaganda?
Notorious.
Here we go, him melting, I mean, not melting, just melting. Guys, by the way, he was cheating, like me and Greg were saying, he was just going straight, and he was just bending space.
That is what he's doing.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Sorry, Big Willie.
I watched it happen in person, it's fucking insane.
Exactly.
Like what he's doing there, that's not him rolling, that's him warping space-time around himself.
That's why that week that he was flying, you might have felt the earth shift here and there.
I did. I was there.
Oh, you were there for that one?
I was there. The earth shook. Really odd.
See, and what you saw there was actually not him going up, it was actually the earth going down.
Exactly.
We got King Flip Flop.
See, and then Imperial Arrow's situation was that he told the palm trees that if they don't get the fuck out the way, he's gonna hit them with chancletas. So that's what's happening on that end.
Look too easy, Perry.
I mean, it's an easy trick, but like you said, you know, it's no matter what you add to it that makes it.
You gotta add your own style, man.
I mean, we had somebody like Evan Turner or Mike Chin here. They'll run like 10,000 packs within 30 seconds.
Speaking of Evan Turner running in 30 seconds, he took first in World Cup this year.
I'm sorry?
What's up?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh,
he took first in World Cup.
Yeah,
well, yeah,
Evan Turner
he did.
took first in World.
I've been practicing.
I'm not practicing.
He kills you with the closures.
Reckonson.
This week was pretty hard, man. Everybody threw down.
Yeah, seriously.
Let Jackson 5 playing.
And the one and only Il Bro closing us out.
Another one.
DJ Khaled.
If you no mess with we, you are gonna see a million. We not the Congo long, just like the Amazon. Split big like a cylinder, man up beat like gone. One question.
Cutting it down with that butter cloth, man.
Retreat when he made the thing slap. Them say dreadlocks no play in a no banga wrong. And anywhere we go, we dance strong. In art.
Alright then, no pass your place and no cross the line. And no ask me when me from coming, no hard to find. Underneath, I me stand up at the cast for mine. Right now, me go roll up on that, that's me feet just pass me mind. Loud the music, loud the weed, and poverty cost the crime. Anytime you see the Rasta man, no ask for mine. Vampire, them a come in a mastermind. So them hunting blood samples hard to find. Alright, this them fi know. Anything you reap that you sow. Hands of it clean and your heart of it pure. Light up the chalice and me tell them to.
Hell yeah. Fucking shout out to all our entrants this week. Y'all fucking kill it. You guys always
awesome.
make this
Real
difficult for everybody to choose. But bravo everybody. Fucking killer. We'll let you guys have a few more minutes to get your votes in, and then we'll close it out. As your options one last time. All right, so we'll run through this really quickly. You don't have a ton to say about it per se, but obviously KISS has announced and released an H7 flight controller. They're calling it the KIF SEFC Ultra. It's the same basic form factor, the classic iconic KISS H form factor, 30 millimeter mounting. It's an H7 STM32H743 processor, 480 meg, 2 megs of flash, 1.28 megs of RAM. That 2 megs of flash is going to be nice. MPU 6000 gyro, so they're still running an 8K gyro. It's got a barometer built in, 8-pin ESC connector. But it is backward compatible with KISS, but not with FETTech. There's extra solder pads for motors 5 through 8, so you can run 8 motors on it. 2 serial ports on 6 pins. Bunch of stuff about the bootloaders and firmware. Nothing particular. Not too much I want to really go through there. Optimized a bunch of code. Added they added BL Heli pass-through, which is good. So you won't have to. You can use BL Heli ESCs and configure ESCs through pass-through. They've added Crossfire V3 support, Ghost support. They've added improved the return to home with the barometer. KISS weather station, have no idea, but all the note says it's fun. 7 serial ports, GPS support, battery capacities and alerts, D-Shot router. That's interesting. And for the analog kids, you got a new integrated graphical OSD. There's no side OSD firmware updates required like in the past. Configure black and white levels, transparency, KISS configuration from the OSD, ESC configuration, doesn't use a serial port. They have Crossfire tools, hardware test tools. Those are interesting. I want to check those out actually. I think that's really the big stuff. They've definitely done some GUI facelift and code cleanup, removed some crap, like pentacopters. I think they've removed the cars, which is sad. There's also a web GUI without installation available, and they also have an OSD mirror available, which there's a video for if anybody wants to check that out, that Fedorov put out. Drop that link in the chat. Introductory price is €60, so probably about $60-ish. As far as I know, they did already sell it the first batch, so keep an eye out for the next ones if you're into KISS. And that's really all we got for that. I'd say if you want to check out the EOSD stuff, check the link I posted, and let us know if you guys get one. Let us know how it is. I know the KISS boys should like it, and boys and girls.
I'll give it a try when it comes out for sure, or whenever I can get my hands on one.
It would be interesting to see if they introduce canvas mode, so you can actually You get like shark bite. Is that working? Is canvas mode working in KISS? Anybody know for the digital guys? I don't know if it is. Only shark bite would use it right now, anyways, until DJI adds it, which they said they're doing. Aside from that, speaking of DJI, I got added to a group this week called Wide FPV, and the guy that's developing the firmware seems super cool. I had a couple questions for him today, and he got right back to me as super responsive. And what is Wide FPV? Well, Wide FPV is similar to DigiView, but the cool thing is it's a Chrome-based app. So DigiView is cool, on Android because you've got an app, right? And so you go to the App Store, you download the app, or you sideload an app. Will we have a target for it? You mean the KISS H7? Hell no. That's what you're asking about tent now, bro. We won't have. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I don't expect us to have H7 running until next year. It's just, there's a lot of work that has to happen before that's coming. So, I mean, technically, we have H7 support in one of the ultra alpha builds, for some things, but it is nowhere close to optimized for anything yet. So it's going to be a while, guys. I've had a lot of people asking me about H7, and I'll be honest, like, H7 is in its infancy, in my opinion, and I think it's cool to have it. But aside from SP Racing, I don't see anybody really trying to utilize it the way I would like to see it utilized. Everybody's putting 8K gyros on it, and I'm like, why? You have all that processing power. Let's see some 32K, 64K loops and shit going on. You got the gyros for it now. So, anyways, that's. I'm not buying into the H7 hype personally anytime soon. I don't see much. For me, I don't have much reason for it, to be quite frank. F7 does everything I need and flies fucking amazing on EMU, especially my Helios. So you're muted, Tech.
Oh, damn it, I mute myself. I thought you muted me. Is the tamalets.
The tamalets, yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I mean, H7s are cool. I think that Dominic from SP Racing is probably going to be one of the guys pushing it further than anybody. It's, with digital and, until canvas mode gets going fully, until we can really see what we can get OSD-wise, a lot of the fancy things like this vector OSD and, brain spectrograph OSD and all this stuff, like,
well, the
digital, that stuff doesn't really do you much good currently. So it's another thing that's going to, it's just because H7 and that whole tech is just, it's, like I said, it's in its infancy. It's not really optimized. The digital guys got to, update for canvas mode, and then people got to put work into that to see what it can really do. I have, like I said, if I was looking at a flight controller today, I mean, honestly, I probably wouldn't buy an H7 unless it was the SP Racing, but that's kind of where I'm at. And only if maybe I was running, I don't know, INAV or something. I don't know. Anyways, but that's it. That's the reality. There is not going to be H7 on EMU anytime soon. At least not in a stable released kind of way. So if you're a propeller head and you want to get deep into some testing type shit, by all means. But other than that, it's not ready for public consumption. So what I do want to show you, though, speaking of DJI, is the Wide FPV. So, what the hell is it? All right, well, Wide FPV is, like I said, it's a cool little app that I was trying to get to the group.
Honestly.
You actually go to widefpv.com and, Oh, that's actually interesting. I forget what my computer company was going to say. All right. I keep getting my screensaver up. Anyway, sorry. Guy named Ben Hunak.
The hell? He just sounds European.
Don't know. But he seems to be one of the guys doing, he seems like to be the main guy doing it. I'll drop his name in here. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. He's been doing the development stuff on this app. So effectively what it is, you go to widefpv.com and it allows you to plug your DJI goggle. Now what's different about DigiView, okay, that's actually where I was going before I got distracted with H7 stuff. So, you know, with DigiView, you got an app on Chrome, or not Chrome, sorry, on Android, okay? And, you know, if you got a good Android device, it works pretty well. They're definitely working on the legacy support for older Android devices. But at the end of the day, you know, it's primarily tied to Android. And then everything else, Windows, Mac, Raspberry Pi, you almost have to, you know, you almost have to be a pro. You got to know, like, command line shit. And you got to, it's not... And I'm not knocking DigiView by any means, so don't get me wrong, but it is not nearly there yet on the other platforms. On Android, got a cool little app, that's great. On Windows and Mac and Linux and all that other shit, it's not easy to use. It's not easy to set up. It's not straightforward. You gotta, like, you know, you're compiling shit and you're downloading shit. You're using command lines to make it work. And I've been seeing a lot of reports that if you turn your goggles off and then when you put your goggles back in, sometimes it doesn't reconnect. And there seems to be a lot of challenges with DigiView on the other platforms, right? This thing is a Chrome-based app, and you can install it. So what's dope is when you open up widefpv.com in Chrome, you got to use Chrome, but then on the top right side in the address bar, there's an icon you can click, and it says install app. So you can install it into Chrome as an app, and then you can even create a shortcut to it. And so when you hit that, it just opens it up, regardless if you have an internet connection or any of that shit. It's like its own little separate app. It works on Windows, works on Mac. It works on Android phones, and you know, you can do it on the Android phone in the Chrome browser. I haven't tested it on my Android phone yet, but on my MacBook Pro, the fucking latency is nil. I mean, fucking, it is nil. It is tight as shit. So I'm gonna try to bring it up for everybody to kind of see really quick. Now, what I've only got to really start testing it today. If I turn my goggles off and turn them on, so far, it's always reconnected to the goggles. So once I turn the goggles on, it connects to the app, and then it says waiting for video. So for people like, you know, hits deck stuff, you're doing events, this could be a really, really dope option, because now if you get on your MacBook, you can output to screens, you can run OBS, and you can stream it on the network locally. You can do all kinds of cool shit.
Bro, that was the number one problem out there at I.O., you know, for spectators and things.
Because imagine this, Dick, if you had a MacBook, like, you could just set up a local area network, right? And everybody with a phone, like, you could set up OBS on just streaming to an IP address, and everybody on their phone could just look at that IP address and watch the video. Right. You know, you don't even need the internet. Like, you could set up a local network and actually set up something so people could be watching. So there's definitely some cool shit that you could be doing with this stuff, especially for, you know, race organizers and shit like that. And, you know, imagine if you have a TV across the field, you could throw a Raspberry Pi over there and have it look at the IP address and put the video on the screen, you know, or something like that. There's a lot of cool little options. So
yeah, I definitely like to stream my flights more, because the way it's done now is kind of janky.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd be interested to see what the Android guys have to say about it. You know what I mean? I haven't had a chance to try it on mine yet, but it, you know, like
we could try Saturday.
You go, well, that's Android. Part of the plan. widefpv.com.
Night forevermore.
Good night forevermore.
Once again, it's a pleasure meeting you, brother, bro. Have a wonderful night, bro. Enjoy yourself. Have a good weekend, but it's only Wednesday, so have a rest of the week.
That's a bucket list for sure.
So, I'm gonna bring this up for a split sec, but this is actually the app on this is on my Windows machine really quick. And you know, I could probably do this on Windows. What am I thinking? Let me try it. Let's see. We're gonna do a live holy shit test.
If the stream drops, I'm gonna say it right now. Bye. Get it out the way.
So you got your app here. Now the cool thing is, like I said, you can come up here and you can install the app. And so you hit install, and it will actually Oh, come here. It'll actually create its own little application, and you'll get a little icon down here, and you can pin that to your oops, I opened another one. Pin that to your taskbar. And all right, and then you just literally you want to hit add DJI goggles, and it's going to say come up and say wide wants to connect. So just turn on your goggles. I don't know if it'll work and plug them in. Oops, come here. All right. Now, if it doesn't work on Windows, don't blame me. Oh, hold on a second. I think I didn't click that thing. Let's try it again. It should. There we go. Pigeon. There we go. Oh, it doesn't work on Windows. Son of a bitch. All right. I think I got to change the driver or install the driver. Failed to initialize. Sweet. All right. Well, we're going to do it the way I planned originally, which is on my Mac, which definitely works. So here, hold on a second. So bring it up, and let's bring it over to this. So you guys won't see it in Zoom, I'm afraid. All right. So on the Mac, could have been my USB port too. So on my Mac, I'm going to plug in. Bring my thing over here. On the Mac, I'm going to plug in the goggles. I told you it was going to make a liar out of me. And good. Oh, yeah, it's already connected. So now it's waiting for video. So I mean, that's how quick it is when it works. I gotta play with the drivers on Windows, obviously. You know, those fucking stupid Windows problems. All right, let me turn on my radio. So my crossfire doesn't go crazy. So I'm going to bring this up. And yes, XT90s. And you're talking again in your muted tech. XT90s. And
how does he know?
Because your lips are moving. And
oh,
let me just put a pack on here in a not so stupid way. In a not so doot way. All right, so got the 10-inch monster quad, DJI, blah blah blah. All right, so just so you can hopefully see, I'm gonna go back to the window here. All right, so I am plugging in. I am plugging in the quad. And your standard delay of it hooking up to DJI. There you go. There's our video. And you can see me moving the quad. Now, it's a little delayed. All right, but I'm actually streaming wirelessly off my MacBook to my PC. So that's where the delay is. In my actual screen on my MacBook, it's almost nothing. So you might be seeing a little bit. 1, 2, 3. So there's about a half-second delay on, from my Mac to the PC, but that's actually where the delay is coming from. But it's fast, and it hooks right up. And then if I unplug quad, and I turn off my goggles, change battery. All right. So now it's saying waiting for goggles. And I'm plugging my goggles back in. And bitching at me about my disk wasn't close. Ejected. Come on, baby. Yeah, it is going to make louder out of me. The goggles stick in. There it goes. The goggles stick a minute to boot up. And then I'll plug it in the quad. And there you go. Super fast, man.
Super fucking fast.
And so what
else is super dope about this? Well,
number one,
you have the option of running super view. So you can go from 4:3 to a stretched super view. And if you hit this little button, I sent you a PM, Matty Blunts, about 7 hours ago. So you got super view, right? You're looking at my bottom of my desk.
All right, so that's cool.
All right, so that's cool. You have recording, okay? So you got all these options here for recording on the left-hand side. You can change, you can do H.6.4, high, or main, or baseline. You could have different codecs you can run. You also have the ability to adjust the bit rate of the recording, and all you literally do is hit this button and hit start, and as soon as it sees video, it just starts recording. So if you don't have your quad plugged in, it will wait until you plug your quad in, and as soon as it sees video, it starts recording. And so this one just started automatically, obviously, because I hit go. And then when you stop, it will take a few seconds to download your video, and then it will download it right to your hard drive.
Bam. Done. There's your DVR.
That's a great tool for on the job site.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
So and the other cool part,
prospective client, some video right there. That's perfect.
And you've got widescreen video, or full screen video if you want once it's up and running. You can also tell it. So when it's recording, if you look down here, there's on-screen displays options. My head might be blocking some of them, but you have options for signal channel. Batteries, bit rates, delays, all sorts of stuff. But anyways, you can actually take the metadata file that your DVR records, and you can somehow combine them with the video that this makes, and you can add OSD elements to your DVR if you want to. It doesn't show up on the live viewer, but you can make it so it shows up on the videos that it records. So that's
pretty sick.
And that's pretty much it.
You can also
in this app you can give it access to other cameras. So you can bring up I could bring up my FaceTime camera here, and now you can see me there.
You know what I was thinking?
You go back to the DJI. And so the cool thing again is from if you're running a show, you got a couple extra cameras in the crowd or the tracks or whatever, you can actually plug your other cameras in and mix that into your DVR in real time, cutting back and forth. It's a pretty fucking dope app. And like I said, it's almost aside from whatever, I'll let you know what I gotta do to work on Windows. But aside from that, on the Mac so far, it's plug and play. I expect the same on Android.
You know what I think?
They're talking about the Echo real hard in the chat.
Echo.
What
Echo?
I don't know. Dr. Steele says God fix the Echo.
Oh yeah, there's an echo on the live stream pretty bad.
Continues.
Oh, you know what it is?
I know what it is because I went to my camera.
Oh, I didn't get the echo.
It's on the Mac.
It's on the Mac. Sorry. Let me see.
Oh, that's why I don't get the echo. Sorry about that, guys, because I have the stream muted.
Yeah,
so
I fixed it.
Yeah,
I got it. Sorry, it's the NDI. It was my Mac's mic was picking that up. Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry about that.
So that's fixed. But anyways, so yeah, there's a way to obviously get it to run on Windows. I'm not quite sure.
You know that's a good implementation for that. Let's say you're at a job, you're doing a gig, right? And let's say the director's not there, but you're scoping out the area, but he's not going to be there for a few hours. You can actually live talk with the client to let them know this is where you want to shoot. How do you want to shoot it? Does that look good enough for you? And then you can actually, have a pre-powwow before you proceed with the job. So that's a good idea.
I like the idea that you can easily throw that on like a huge screen too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Just HDMI out to a big fucking monitor or like a Teletron or however those things are set up. You put it in like a stadium, have it like patch into like fucking whoever's racing or freestyling or something.
Kind of like what DRL's already doing.
Are they doing that?
Yep, that's what they're doing.
What are they doing?
With that 5G shit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Oops.
yeah. I see people trying to be like, "Oh, why would you fly through that?" I'm like, bro, it ain't even for flying through that. It's for watching.
It's for watching. It's not for. Oops, I said too much. Never mind. You didn't hear that from me.
Hey, it's for watching. There ain't no way you're flying FPV through 5G right now. 5G ain't that good.
Whoops.
No, it's not that good, especially if you're in a very crowded area.
Yes, we can get the GOC winner. We're going to close that out now.
My money's on Matty Blunts.
All right. So for whatever reason,
shout out to Matty Blunts for hooking us up with some BQE frames for the game of quad, bro. It came in clutch for sure.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, man. He brought out 2 different frames.
You mean one of many he has in his arsenal of accessories he comes with him when he goes flies?
Oh, hell yeah, man. Well, he gave it away pro bono, so...
His back of his I meant to say that to Maddie that day he was at Pilgrim. I was like, his back of his trunk looks like a confetti truck that just blew up.
Oh, hell yeah.
All the colors.
Hell yeah. Oh, he came out stunning in those leopard pants and
leather pants.
Leopard. Leopard pants, not leather.
I could have
probably pull off the leather pants if you wanted to, I'm sure, but he could. A little hot for that right now.
Oh my god, I'll be dying. Oh,
bro, you be chafing like a motherfucker.
Oh, humanity. And that swamp ass.
Ain't kidding.
Let's figure this out later. So yeah, the app is telling me I need to change a driver on the Windows side of things.
In the immortal words in Spanish, basura.
Initialize.
Gabargio.
USB bulk interface.
Chad, I don't know if you know, but you're still on the wide FPV screen on your on the live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could get this thing to work. But I'm failing, so we'll spend more time with it later. But yeah, we'll get the Windows side figured out and update you. But it's a super dope app. So
it really is.
Let me ask you a question, Chad. Maybe you know more about it, but it's probably premature though. So technically, it only works with DJI as it currently right now, right? Is that correct? An assumption?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is there any way? Is there any options on the software itself that you can actually use external devices into it?
Well, yeah, that's what I said. You can anything that shows up to Windows or Mac as a camera. That's how I put my FaceTime camera up on Mac.
So in a nutshell, and this is actually a good implementation of it. Let's say you were to get like a bunch of receivers, right? Or receivers, and then plug it in there. You can technically stream analog.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Because they show up. Because any capture card is going to show up as a camera.
Correct.
So when you're going into the app. So when you go into the app, because I could probably do it like this really quick. Right, so once the app comes up, little 3 dots here, but there's this camera thing here, and you hit add, and it will ask if it can use your camera, and you can look at all my cameras just showed up. Every fucking camera attached to my PC just showed up.
No wonder he can't. He's always fucking lagging. Jesus Christ. See? Now we know, guys. He has an OnlyFans page. So at $5 an hour.
I can look at OBS. And it's gonna feed back. Or I can look at OBS camera here, whatever the case is. But yeah, you can totally use other cameras, or you could use other capture cards to be able to.
Yeah, you're right. Little pocket computer, right? In theory, yeah, you could bring a little computer and just like stream it. So it's the ultimate. I mean, I could see it this way. You can actually download it into your, say, you find an analog example. Then you want to do a streaming. Let's say you want to do a Facebook Live. Mm-hmm. You could just install that, blah 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 blah, and they change it to your Facebook account, and that's how you got a live stream.
Yeah, so totally, you could totally use this for multiple capture cards and shit like that. So if you wanted to do analog and switch between that and digital, you could totally do it. And then you could just click whichever one you're using at the time, as long as your fucking shit here opens up. Yeah, on Windows, the tools to dig can be used to install the WinUSB driver for the USB bulk interface. Let's see.
Night, Mike Drones. Night, yes, play this.
Good night, good night, good night.
Good night, big oil. Wait, no, Mike Drones. All right, good night, brother.
Oily guy.
No,
bulk
he's not.
Interface.
No, it's not big oily. He's on Mike Drones.
Oh, here we go. Let's see if this works.
Oh, and good night. Yes, good night.
I'm gonna zadig the wrong thing. Watch. Let's see what happens. Or I'm gonna crash the stream here.
And just use Use impulse driver.
Yeah, use the fucking impulse driver on it really quick. I gotta get it in DFU mode so the fucking thing talks to the app.
What you gotta do is you gotta open up your computer and you gotta bind. You gotta like short out the boot button on the computer to get a DFU mode.
Wow, the installation oh. Yeah, it's still digging over there. So, what else? See, let's get moving here. It's getting late. So, while I play with that, hey, the driver was installed successfully.
Yeah, right. Watch it still fail.
Probably will, right? Let's see. Let's see if it fails. The app is open in another tab. Oh. Where? Here, let's close it. Oh, yay! Hey, that actually worked.
Nice.
We have liftoff.
So,
oh
yeah, man. So now this is on my Windows machine. Let's see if it works. Oh, I don't have my fucking radio on, but it works. And this is look, that's the latency. Click.
Very nice.
One. Let me shut that thing up for a minute. So that's actually the latency when you're not streaming it over the network. So it's literally spot on. And I just had to zadig it. So I had to zadig the bulk device to WinUSB. So take notes. If you're taking notes at home, that's what you got to do. If you're running Windows and it doesn't work, I'm gonna do this again. One more time. So I just want to show the latency again. So that's my computers. This is me waving. One. Yeah. So it's fast, guys. It's real fast.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's gonna be real helpful.
Can you dig it? I dig it.
I can dig it.
So that's that. That is that.
And he had his pantalones on.
Pantalones are on tonight, yeah, just because I knew I might have to pan it around.
Yeesh, we don't want to see the nether regions.
Sure.
Don't be scared. I manscaped recently.
Just for you, Tech.
Oh no, I don't want it. I want my mommy.
So that's cool. And so like I said, you can record your DVR. You can do it in 4:3 if you want to do it like you're seeing it, or if you want to stretch it out to make it widescreen, which that's what I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's definitely fast enough for spectators. There's no doubt. And like I said, with a decent computer, you could run OBS and then you could stream it. You could be streaming it to YouTube. You could be streaming it. I would say, on a local network, you could be streaming it, and it should be within a second on the local network if you're using a clean, lightweight, like NDI or something to actually capture your stream, which is what I was doing on the Mac. So I basically had the app running on the Mac. I used NDI scan converter, which is actually just like a screen grab that literally just spits it out on the network, and then in OBS I was able to see it, and I clicked on it, and poof, it comes up. It's fucking pretty dope. It's pretty dope tech. So, don't start with the plays. Last night, oh my God, the Discord last night was ridiculous. Right, so what else we got? I
missed something yesterday.
We got to get into videos here in a minute. There's just a fucking party of us. We covered the throwdown. Yeah, there's there's a Fat Shark HD goggle review that we're not gonna watch, but if anybody cares, there's that is news, but we are not gonna watch that one tonight. I'll drop it down here. There's a review right there. We got our game of quad. I want to say with our Big Oily was announced as the winner. Congratulations, Big Oily guy.
Congratulations.
Brought it home this week and should have his trick inbound ASAP. So stay tuned.
Judge Greg and Judge Me, we're going to say that he cheated because he uses a time differential equation to bend time, space,
He moved the fucking universe to slalom around those poles.
That's not fair.
Dude, no other person can do that.
To see what he throws down for the next trick.
Actually, here's next week's trick coming in hot.
You already had it set up already? I told you he had that shit.
I knew he did.
You mother clucker.
Well, I mean, we've been telling everybody to record a trick in case you win, so you can just post it. Next week's trick is small gaps. That's what she said.
Yeah. I could have sworn he said smothering.
Across the nation,
like
people are
smolding.
going small, really
Holy
small.
shit.
Mouse holes.
That was a little rat hole, yeah.
All right, I got you.
$100,000. Ben and Aaron have been on the hunt for a tiny home to build on their orchard in Hood River, Oregon.
What the fuck?
Jim has shown
Is that the trick, Matties?
Nah.
No, it's small
That
gaps.
tiny gap. You hit that little rat hole.
Across the nation, people
I
are
don't
going
have any
Is it
tiny
prostate?
gaps.
Who wouldn't even see that?
That's what she said.
With a budget of $100,000, Ben and Aaron have been on the hunt for a tiny home to build on their orchard in Hood River, Oregon.
She said hood.
Jim has shown
She
them
gully.
several
She gully. She said
All
hood,
right, there
yo.
you go. That's next week's trick. So get it done. Tiny gaps.
I got a hope for him coming up next week.
Tiny gaps is the trick of the week.
Oh, yeah.
So get in there. Let's see.
Channel your inner oily.
Channel, you're gonna fucking that. You know what that was? What you guys didn't see that. Now Greg can back me up on this. He wasn't flying through a small hole. What he does is he actually funneled the time space, the dimensional tuna fish sandwich, and then he was able to squeeze, the antimatter of the cement to make it look small.
Out of the tuna fish sandwich, though, right?
Yes, correct, correct. You got you.
I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
All right. So I think that's the mainstay of this week's news. We'll get a little bit more information about some of the specifics on that emu flight list. If you guys once again want to take a look at that stuff, it's coming. The funny thing is, a lot of us have been running the code, like
answering Maddie's question. Yes,
a lot of us have been running the code that's about to be released for Emu, and all I can say is it flies fucking really good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gone bananas with digging into the filters and stuff because I'm a Helio guy, and I don't need to.
It flies.
Generally speaking, it fucking I mean, I know how to set a Helio up, and I don't really have to fuck with all the other filters. All that other filtering is good for other people that may or may not need it. I think that a lot of the filters as they stand have been really fucking awesome. So your mileage may vary. Let's see how it works out. All I know is that the defaults have been really nice.
You got it. There you go. This happened to Fry in Futurama using the Futurama equation there. Risco. That's what it was.
Any other news?
I like turtles.
What was the deal with that HD run cam? Was it just like another review or something?
It's another review of the camera itself, showing different, kind of similar to last week, but that got dropped. That's about it I could think off the back of my head.
Right on. Well, once again, a shout out to our pilot of the week, Tint FPV. Shout out to everybody that made all the events possible this weekend. Y'all fucking rule. Shout out to the Game of Quad players this week and every week. You guys rule. I think we're gonna get into watching some videos and chillaxing. So dab time.
Dab
I think it's that time.
Bro, 420 hit while we were out at Game & Quad. I called dab time out for everybody. Matty Blunts is sitting in his car having his own blunt time or dab time.
Matty time.
He wasn't even around, man.
Puffco time.
Puffco time. He was at www.bake/bake /% 420.
How do you spell that last part so I can type that in?
That's percentage.
Oh, gotcha.
It's time. It's dab time. It's video time. First up, we got the one and only Vandal FPV starting us off this week. Let's get into that. Once again, big shout out to Big Oily Guy for winning this week's Game of Quad.
Oh yeah, Oily.
What is real? What's good, brother?
Oh, nice. Vandal out here killing it, man.
Yeah.
Making that inverted yaw look too easy.
Vandal kills it, man.
You guys should have your own parking lot meetup, man.
Yeah, we just found out that the parking lot's even bigger. If you go like park near JCPenney, there's like a whole gap over some trees into a second parking lot.
Nice.
You're muted again.
I'm gonna say that music matched the rewind.
I'm gonna assume just Kiss permanent, right?
Him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's flying Emu.
Oh shit. He's locked in.
That's email for you, brother. Well, you haven't flew email yet, Hipta?
Oh, bro, everything I own is on emu. Well, except the one Kiss.
Ooh, those Sparks.
He threw Sparks on that one.
Wait. That means he became Sparks FPV. Sparks would be pissed. We gotta see that again.
This spot is so much fun to fly.
Bam!
Bam! Look at that. Spark. Oh, Sparky.
I wonder if he saw that in the DVR.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think I was maybe watching that and just forgot all about it.
Y'all ever had anybody walk out on you? Stop bodies and shit?
Say what?
What?
Wondering if you guys ever had anybody like walk in on you or walk in on your lines or some shit.
Oh, dude, I'm so paranoid. Somebody's always gonna walk out the fucking doors anytime I'm ripping down that pathway.
Oh, sure.
JJ up next.
He's flying from his house.
Flying out the window.
Through the window, through the sweat on his balls, the walls, through the sweat on his fucking balls. Like the projects. His neighbors be like, what the fuck is going on there?
Some projects. God.
Those are projects.
Not every apartment building in Manhattan is a project, Tech.
Those are projects. No, actually, those are not actually. I'm joking. But they also look like that too, though. You're right about that. You're right. I take it back my statement. Is that his daughter? No, it's not his daughter.
I think he's always got some little animations going.
Was that a? Yes, what is that is a Lampoon reference.
Goodness, Jay.
Nah, you have to walk out of your house to get that shit. Well, you got it out. Who's this guy? Nah, it's not like a light, some shit like that. Actually, one of my neighbors saw me yesterday. He's like, "Yo, bring your drone outside." I'm like, "No." Song sounds familiar. Yeah, I've heard this song somewhere. I forgot where the hell I heard it. Well, that's how he test flights, Big Oily. He flies from his house a lot. It's a big baseball field. Actually, 2, 3, shit. 4, fuck. Oh hell no, my ass outside flying, I don't care. As long as it's not snowing or raining, I'm out there.
Bro, if it's cold, I'll stay inside.
I mean,
fly from inside my car or something.
I can't fly sitting down, so I have to get out of the car. I can't
fly standing up, so I guess it works for me.
But damn, I can't save my life. I can't. Yo, I've tried sitting down. I can't. I could do it laying down though.
Oh, I'll fall over if I stand up.
Really?
Oh man, just get that wobble.
If I'm standing up, I prefer to lean up against something.
Yeah, if I'm standing, I have to be perched up against something.
Nah,
I can do it. But yeah.
Well, those guys with like the Ilbro stance.
Yo, Ilbro kill me with that stand, bro. A little bit more, he's freaking split S-ing his legs. Oof. So we got Ill Brow and you got Ill Villain.
Then you got the Big Oily.
Watch as Big Oily guy keeps his quad completely still and moves the universe around him.
So you gotta like watch for the time differential shifting on watch. Watch how the walls kind of just like go like this when he's flying. You cocksucker! That was inside Pilgrim.
Bro, Oily's definitely been leveling up. In a couple of his last videos, he's bringing in some of those slow rolls and choose. I mean, it's definitely leveling up, Oily.
Facts. I'm just mad that he flew in there before I was able to get there on time. Because he was already in there when we showed up. This is Pilgrim. This is inside the building itself. If anybody wants to know. And what he's actually flying is actually the boilers themselves. They're actually those buildings you see right there on the left and right. Those are actually 2 big boilers.
Jesus.
Yeah, you can actually, I don't know if you'll see it, but if you watch some of the videos, you actually see the motors themselves.
So you said this was an old psych ward, right?
This is part of the psych ward. This actually was the boiler room for the whole entire psychiatric ward.
That's crazy.
And technically, we're not supposed to be in there, but Big Oily said the big fuck you, and he went right for it. And it's definitely pretty, depending what time of the day you go, it gets dark in there real quick.
I bet it does.
And that second level, there's a third level. Yeah, there's a third level as well. That's the second level.
I want to say I've seen a B-Rad video where he does some vlogging and stuff in there.
Definitely.
I think it was like him and Bubby and
we was there. We was all inside there. Yeah, we was in there. I'm just mad that when I went to go inside with them, I only brought 1 battery, so I feel like half are packed downstairs, the second half there, so I had no more battery for the 3rd floor. So I still remember B-Rad shitting bricks because the stairs were sus to him.
Yeah, they'd be pretty sus to about anybody, man.
I mean, honestly, if I were to choose between Pilgrim or Gates, I'll trust Gates stairs more than I'll trust Gates of Hell.
Right.
Gates of Hell, everything about that building structure is like super sus.
So how old is this building?
I can't honestly tell you. Do you, Chad, by any chance know?
I mean, I think it's been shut down for fucking
decades.
A long time.
Sure.
Well, you think
What's
about
with
it.
psych wards looking like fucking Dracula's castles and shit? Like, why did they gotta make like the most terrifying building to treat the most terrifying fucking mental problems?
Because that was
It's just gonna make it 10 times worse.
Well, that was the mentality back then. You know, people consider mentally disabled people as the scum of the world. So they don't deserve the luxuries.
It was built in 1929.
There you go.
Jeez.
To what time? What do you know?
This
When?
looks like bats would be flying around all.
I mean, it's still
all over the
technically an
place.
operational hospital.
Well, not
I
that
don't know when they
section.
shut down that part about it. Yeah, I don't know when they shut down that section.
It's like a whole campus, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's huge.
That's so
Huge.
sweet.
That building is like maybe like 2% of how big that place is.
Oh, very nice. Get in there, Fly. Hell yeah. Flying an open grass field was cool and all in Indiana, but I miss my building guys.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, I've only done one big building.
Never flown a building.
Oh, you guys come to Kansas City. We got them for you. You can have your pick, man.
Well, it's not even just that though. We got the cocksies of all the cocksies of any building to dive, which is the Freedom Tower, the Empire State Building, the what's the other big building? The Roosevelt Building. We have a shitload of buildings. We can't touch any of them.
Yeah. Well, we've never had a problem with any of our buildings.
Well, we live in a city of like quiet Karens, so.
Well, sure, and like Chad was saying earlier, y'all are just looking for terrorists left and right, man.
Yeah, 9/11 fucked it up for everybody.
You got the beard, everything already going.
Oh, you have no
Playing
idea
into
what.
it.
You have no idea when I go to TSA the question they ask me.
I can imagine, bro.
Years ago, I was flying out of LAX, and freaking customs stopped me, and they asked me, he's like, "Who's the president of the United States?" I looked at him, I was like, it was years ago. I was like, George fucking Bush, and I went like this. He's like, "Where you going? Home?" Hear my attitude. He was like, "Have a nice flight." I went like this. Okay, and I just kept on walking. I was like, "Fuck off! Leave me the fuck alone. Let me get to my plane. Get the fuck out of here."
You know, a lot of times I go to somebody's YouTube page and their custom link won't show up anyways, Greg.
There's actually a trick to make that come up. I figured out from just doing this over and over. If you click their videos tab and then click back to their home tab, it'll display at the top their actual
gotcha, okay.
YouTube link.
I need a coffee. What?
I mean, coffee.
Oh, nice.
After I think you have to get like 100 subscribers and like create a banner, like a picture, and then you can create a custom link.
No, I think it's after X amount of subscribers you get your custom link. Yeah, 100.
Yeah, but you also have to like put a picture on your YouTube channel as like a banner.
Yeah.
You have to like actually customize the page a little bit, and then you can make your own little hype link instead of it being like youtube.com/fucking gibberish.
Gibberish.
That's kind of cool.
You do youtube.com/bigoilyguy or whatever.
/OnlyFans page.
It's like water off a duck butt.
Water's linked to my butt.
No, you gotta use Homeland Security, big oily.
Alright, definitely a dope little city run, bro. Oh yeah.
Last Pack, he's owning that name. You never say Last Pack.
Glad to see him back in the air, man. It's been a minute.
Really? I didn't notice he was gone.
Yeah, he was gone for a little while. He had some family stuff come up, and like I said, it's just good to see him back in the air, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I always say word because like I was talking to one of my friends. He wanted to come to the event this weekend, and he kept like. So I was talking to him today. He kept bitching about it. I was just like, dude, you're working a job. You know, job comes first. Yeah, but I was like, dude, there's gonna be plenty of times for you to do what we did this weekend. So you know, work comes first. You're shooting a music video. I was like, just do you, bro.
Well, that's pretty dope, though.
Yeah. It wasn't drone related, but it's still a gig. So I was like, yo, worry about the gig. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this track has a lot of bass, or Chad brought up the audio gain on it.
Yet.
Yeah, and the song has got a lot of bass. I hear my speakers rumbling. Don't mind me, I'm over here freaking trying to get the layer height on a print running right. Wee.
Puerto Rican birthday music party.
What? Who said that?
Oily.
Dang. It was a quinceañera. There we go. Repeat that twice.
It was a no mas pantalones party.
That's it.
Those are the best kind of parties.
What? No pantalones parties?
No pantalones.
So she said.
Those are the only kind of parties I go to.
Oh. Wow, what kind of weirdos live in your neighborhood?
You'll have to come over and meet them, man. Very inviting people.
It's not going to be that kind of party.
Yo, chat, we out. Shit, I'm about to rent out a fucking truck. My car ain't gonna make it all the way out there. Now you tired of?
Yeah, Chat's gonna pass out before any of us.
I know, right? He's gonna do another shit.
It's between me and Greg right now.
I'm kind of pepped up a little bit in the last. I think it's because I pounded 2 monsters and.
Oh, that explains it.
Ate some candy.
And now your heart's gonna explode.
It's like now I'm not awake. Now I'm just tired and my heart is pounding.
Jesus Christ, I can't do that.
Tripping like a meth head.
I've said it once, said it before, man. If I drink caffeine at this time, I'm fucked. I'll be up to tomorrow afternoon. Literally. Big Oil, it was a quinceañera just for you.
Me?
What the fuck, bro? Not like that.
Alright, sorry. Me hop?
I like that intro.
Is it this better? Me hop? Gun.
Left hop?
Left hop. Izquierda hop. That's left for the non.
Mucho caliente.
Caliente.
Mm-hmm.
Tamalito. Muy caliente. I should just take one evening just talk Spanish the whole entire stream.
I mean, nobody can understand you as it is. I don't see how it would be any different.
That's it. I'm out.
See if Google has some translations for you.
Google Translate is gonna crash. Google Translate is gonna crash.
That's what we need, some text
little
subtitles.
Spanish lady to subtitle it for us. While
No, techno here. You know here.
Oh, techno here.
No.
Yo, you have to understand this though. I mean, everybody knows Consuela, right? I swear to God, one time I was on a bus and I heard a lady talking on the phone. She sounded exactly to the teeth like Consuela. I'm fucking on the bus dying laughing. I didn't know who the hell to talk to about this. She literally sounded just like her.
Somebody know.
I was like, I'm looking at her and I'm just like dying laughing to myself, and I don't know who the hell. It was just hilarious, bro. I was like, this is so wrong in so many different ways.
At least you weren't laughing at her face.
Well, I was. I just had to look the other way. It was bad. So every time I see Consuela, I think of that poor lady. It's like,
me up coming from the moon over here.
Wait, I don't see no mountains. Okay, that's Florida.
Never seen the rolling hills of Florida?
Yeah, they go speed bumps.
Ice capped mountains.
Yeah, the Spanish guys serving piraguas on the streets. That looks like Greg's spot a little bit.
The asshole. Yeah, you know, we haven't had the Google moderator team fuck with us tonight.
That is true.
Better not talk about them.
This shit, they're gonna come out of nowhere.
Oh, I see my quad. It's chilling in the
Don't get their attention.
Oh God, you show my ass, why don't you?
There they are.
Whoa. Tech, are you dancing?
I remember that. I remember half the fucking day.
You got some good editing on this one, Jay.
Getting better at it. And believe it or not, he's doing it from a cell phone, guys. If anybody hasn't
And his
realized.
quad is actually finally flying decently because we rebuilt it.
What, half of it right there on the spot?
No, not on the spot.
Yeah, he did. He had to flash email again because he was having issues with one of the motors.
Oh, that was a whole nother, yeah, that wasn't a rebuild though.
Oh.
I don't know if that was this one or not, but it might have been.
Well, he's asleep right now, so we ask him tomorrow.
Everybody be on the lookout for that Dicosaurus.
Dicosaurus, yep.
I post a picture on the Facebook page.
Yeah, it's fun.
Then check it out.
Nobody got to see that.
Nobody's got to see that.
Everybody
Go on their own adventure to find the Dicosaurus.
It's basically.
I got some footy of it close up with the casting couch camera.
Oh, okay.
It's up there. I think. Is it that one? Or no, it's the other one.
The other one.
It's the other one, yeah.
Actually, Bannister, I have no idea. Does anybody know what software he was using? Is he using LumaFusion? He's asking.
Jay, I have no idea.
Honestly, I use, when I'm mobile side, I use Kingmaster. It has a lot more flexibility, IMO. I mean, again, as in Bannister, I usually use the KaiMaster one just because it gives you a lot more flexibility. It doesn't allow you to add as many like those. I don't know. At least I never tried it. Adding, like text stuff for that the way he did his. Yeah, the apps do. But I like the way you render stuff out, and you can actually render in 4K. So.
Oh boy, it's a me.
It's me. It's a man.
Oh look, it's a. Oh my gosh.
Thing is just sounds so beastly.
I think Will's got some good footage of the 10-inch.
He's got a good view of the 10-inch. Wow.
He loves it. He loves the 10-inch.
Yeah. Will, you got some explaining to do, buddy.
I'm still waiting for somebody to show a good orbit of the Dickosaurus. Nobody's gotten one yet.
There's still guys probably still editing their stuff out, man. There was a lot of guys there, so.
Yeah.
That is one thing that is really cool. Kind of about the same thing with Game Quad. You got a whole bunch of people find the same location, put up an edit, but everybody's got a different style. So, you know, your video is going to be different from each one.
Correct.
There goes Dickosaurus.
There he is. There he is.
He didn't get that launch was fun. Yeah, I punched out of the pit. I punched out off the line with the 10-inch like a racing launch. It was fucking ridiculous.
Jesus. We watched some of these
the X-Class?
Beast Class. Oh,
yeah.
dude. Some of that shit's terrifying.
Yeah.
Super terrifying. Every time we see it, and he's always telling, "Oh, somebody chased me." We give him the big.
Oh, dude, they had tiny trainers out there chasing some of the beasts. It was that was pretty cool to watch.
He probably gapped them left to right.
B-Rad. And that's the reason why he couldn't make it this weekend, because of that.
Bro, always coming in with these epic locations too, though.
He's gotta give it credit, man. His wife says, "Let's go hiking somewhere." They just jump on a plane and go.
It needs to be one of them.
Makes me want to work for the airline.
For sure.
You see me with one pair of underwears and my quad bag. That's it. That's what I need. An underwears, a toothbrush, and extra pantalones, and I'm out. But Will said that he didn't get any other but the launch, Chad. B-Rad's my digital.
I know that there was a lot of people recording it, so I would expect to see some
somebody, right?
Some ground-based footage from that thing.
Well, we also got to find out a lot of the people were not from the Discord that signed up, so it's going to be a lot of the guys that are, came over. So we got to keep eye on track.
Yeah, same.
I'm just thinking.
Sounds like something I would use for my videos.
It's not so linear. Sorry. Crits. Nah, bad joke. B-Rad's on digital, right?
Yeah. He just switched over.
Oh, I see.
Well, he bought it once, got rid of it, and then bought it again.
Oh shit.
I don't know. I find myself liking analog more lately.
Again, it's like you mentioned, it's got its pros and cons.
It does.
My only argument is I'm too invested into digital and to analog. So when the digital gets their shit together like 1,000%, then that's like the analog.
It just feels more reliable in my opinion. And for freestyle, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't have an issue with the slightly smaller screen.
The static.
The resolution is just fine for me enough to see, especially if you have a good analog system.
The only thing I would take
the response time reliability is what I like.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I flew analog for a long time. Flew digital. And I don't know, just comparatively, I feel like analog is a little bit more comfortable. For freestyle, anyway.
That's true. For stuff like this, all day you can do it all day long. Wow. Just imagine the millions of years it took just to get that wall to look like that out of nothing.
He scaled it in a couple of minutes.
Yep.
The quad.
Oof. Is that water? No bueno. Yep, that's water. Oh, I'll be walking away.
Alright. Dog needs to go outside. I'll be back.
Okay.
Word.
Do you think?
The top shelf tumbles and the wall clocks run the well. Scotch bottles and the soda guns. You missed the last train from the city tonight. Old friends see each other in a different light. You missed the last train tonight.
I'm gonna call it. He said Pilgrim.
From the city tonight, old friends see each other in a different light. You missed the last train tonight. There is a song singing in the dark. Don't get too close, it'll tear you apart. There is a reason for every season of the heart. There is a song singing in the fire. Don't get too close, it cuts like a wire. There is a reason for every season of desire. The subway rumbles under Union Square, and the morning finds an unlikely pair. Hotel lobby holding hands. Don't blink, don't think, don't look in her eyes. Is this forever or is this goodbye?
Half in light and half in dark is where we are. Half in light and half in dark is where we start. Half in light and half in dark is where we are. We are one beating heart. We are one beating heart. We are one beating heart.
All right, let's see here. I think that's it for the main playlist. We'll drop a couple audibles in there, and we're gonna get out of here after that. Got a couple more here coming for you. Do the old let's see what you got here. Oops.
Ave Maria. Oh.
Something weird going on with this music tonight.
Goes up and down, right?
Yeah,
I noticed that.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you early on today if you brought it up or down.
If a what?
That's why I asked you early on if you brought up the audio, because I noticed that.
Yeah, it startled me earlier.
Yeah, it did too as well.
It's doing something weird. It's not like going up and down. It's like, but it's like, I don't know. It's doing something weird.
It's like it's like it's amplifying it, and then it's like the dB gain's going up and down.
Yeah, I mean, I move it up and down as needed, but I'm not doing it right now, and I'm hearing something weird.
See, like right now, it just went down. I'm hearing some clipping.
In Zoom, it's one thing, but
oh yeah, sorry, never mind.
Just looking at the fuck's going on.
Oh, you're looking at the what the fuck's option?
Yeah, I'm looking at the what the fuck's option. Something's glitching out tonight.
I think it was not a good. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just don't see anything obvious though.
I think you should have fucked with that FPV wide view today.
The what?
The DJI FPV wide view. I think that's should have fucked with that today.
I don't think that was. I wasn't doing anything with it on. Oops. I wasn't doing anything with it on the PC.
It's weird. See, like now it's
an audio problem. It's an audio problem, bro.
Keep buying this.
It's more likely voice meter or some bullshit.
That or you bought this computer from Westchester.
Or fucking that last Windows update did something screwy. It's always fucking with my audio shit.
Mm. All right, next.
All right, next. Here, let's drop this one over here. Danish Stallion.
No, this spot is so sick.
This spot that Bobby for one time. Looks like it is.
Yeah.
Where's it located at? Anybody knows?
This is a Florida spot. Edwin's got a video here. B-Rad's got a video here. Bubby.
Right.
A couple of those guys.
Gotcha. Nice.
Oh, look, rain.
Oh yeah, Sally.
Good shit.
All right. Let's see here.
Good night, AA. MCO. Yes.
Good night,
It's definitely the mountains of
Good night,
Florida.
AA. The mountains of Florida. That's right.
Yeah, that's the one John Solo said. Mount Orlando. People are like Mount Orlando. Yeah, the speed
Mount
bumps.
Orlando.
That's like in Texas. Texas, everybody has trucks elevated, and I asked my friends like, why the fuck is like a common thing out here? It's like there's no fucking mountains if we're in Houston, and he goes because of the fucking floodings, so the trucks go up.
Yeah, that's why people do that.
Yeah.
To the flooding.
Yeah, well, Houston is a valley, so water just kind of just goes into fucking inside the valley. So just for that reason, all the trucks are fucking elevated. That premise. So I asked my friend because he has the same car I do, but his is more slammed than mine. He said that he can't even get in half the fucking parking lots in Houston because they're elevated. It's gonna kill me if I don't go next year to Texas. I gotta make a trip out there.
Love me some Texas. I lived right outside of Austin there for a few years.
Yeah, I like House. She was pretty good. He moved out there from here, so he says if you ever want to move, you got a place to stay. I was like, alright. Man, I wish I even had a backyard like that. Off on Baker Street next to the stop sign. Oh, Banker. At least you know where he lives. Stone Cold Steve Austin hit the deck. The hell, Big Willie, you on crack?
Stone Cold. I don't know. I missed something.
I missed that one too.
Because Stone Cold says so.
I don't know. That's how they between you and Big Willie.
I'm dropping the ball here, bro.
Uh-oh, he's about to drop the smackdown this bitch. I was about to quote The Rock, wrong wrestler.
The oily smackdown.
great. Now I call it the Chad.
The Chad.
Yeah, the yawning. The yaw.
Every time I think of the Chad, I'm thinking of that Charlie's Angels with who is that? Tom Green. The Chad.
The Chad.
Yo, you talking about road trip?
The Chad. The Chad was great.
You talking about Road Trip, right? The movie Road Trip.
Nah, bro. Charlie's Angels. Drew Barrymore and Tom Green.
Oh,
At the very beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Asking if it was the Chad.
Yes, he played his girlfriend. Right.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what happened to him.
Oh, maybe I live with Stone Cold. That's right. Me and Stone Cold was roommates, bro.
Oh, get out of here.
All right, another one. This is What Is Real.
What is real?
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Yeah,
very weird. Yeah, it's like a weird. Yeah, something's glitching. I think I gotta like shut the whole rig down and something's a little wonky.
How many videos you got left?
One more after this, I think.
Some good shit, bro.
This is the music you know you dab out and just like mellow the fuck right out.
Oh.
And it cut off.
And it's done.
And it's gone.
And it's back.
Hella flow, bro.
Cut out for you? Yeah.
I'm so mad because there's a spot by me in my job. I got kicked out of it, but it was a spot similar to this. So I fucking love the flow in that fucking in that parking lot. Ooh, you know he crashed right there. Eat it.
I always love the coloring in What Is Real's videos.
Yeah, me too.
There goes your color, you jinxed it.
Right. I just ruined it. Ruined it.
Great, good job at the deck. Just ruined it.
Sorry,
As soon as there you go, you got it back. It's ironic. As soon as you said that, it went poof. It came back.
He's got this entire parking lot to himself.
That's exactly.
Dude, I want to fly there, man. That's such a good spot, man.
So many different lines.
Well, great.
I mean, so much fun.
Well, Swift Duck, you're getting to Risco. Risco knows spots like that by him.
We got two more, sorry.
You lied.
This one I did. Two more.
You lied.
Kid Callion.
It's Gates of Hell.
Gates of Hell?
Gates of Hell. my local spot.
Yo, E-Rod, where you at? Alright. I'm about to rip a pack.
He's got some balls. I know Big Oil right now is cringing watching this.
Looks like so much fun.
The what?
This spot just looks so fun.
Yeah, that's Gates of Hell from the DRL game.
Right, right.
This is my local spot. I just don't go inside of it too much because nobody wants to fucking fly inside, so. Well, Bubby, when you get a chance, come on over. Let us know. I live like 15 minutes from there, 10, 15 minutes from there.
Very nice. There you go.
Been and done that. Yeah, John Solo said it. He was there. Don't try to power up the window. Like a big oily. Oh, he got it.
Ooh.
He had to get in the hidden gap. Ooh. Here comes a crash. You know, this is it's not gonna end well.
Why are you putting that evil on him?
Don't put that shit on me, Bobby.
Why are you putting that evil on him? What the fuck?
Oh, that's
What is wrong with you?
What did it happen? Usually, you don't usually the music cut off. Is an
What is
accident.
wrong with you?
What? We all know when the music cuts off. This shit is about to go down.
And negative decoder ring.
Dude, that was fun. I put the cops on.
Yeah, just don't power loop the outside window. Although I saw Edwin do it, I was just like cringing the whole time.
Oh god, you know, coming back from that, if that shit falls, gonna be sitting right next to Big Oilies. He's like, oh shit, I got a friend.
We had a successful day at the power plant. Packing it up. He's a great guy. Great pilot right here.
Good shit.
Good shit, good shit.
All right, last but not least is Risco bringing us home for the evening.
The fuck you get that W sign from? And he found a Brando?
Oh yeah, get you some. Good music choice too.
Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. Sometimes you do what's right, other times you sin. Live and learn, that's the chance that you take. When you fuck up, you gotta learn from your mistakes. Life's a gamble, it's all how you play. The cards that you dealt, the chances that you take. Life's a gamble, it's all what you roll. You don't need to win it, or you just go with the flow. Every man has a fault for rebelling. Every woman is not perfect or just. There are friends who will give us their goodwill. There are those that we should not trust. Life is not like a racetrack. It's not always the fleetest that wins. This picture shows some of life's pleasures and also the fruits of its sin.
Killing that Brando.
You gotta hit it before they fucking put glass over it.
Right.
Come back one day, like smack right into glass. That's gonna look like, that's probably gonna be converted to like maybe a, I don't know, a gallery or plaza or something. I don't know, when I hear the instruments, it has like a sepultura kind of vibe to it.
Greg's got a friend.
What does you do to have us figure out? You know what God, you know what we're about. But you don't know the shit that we've been through. The pain we felt, we're trying it true. So quick to judge, we're not like you.
The audio.
And to your world we say fuck you. So quick to judge, we're not like you. And to your world we say fuck you.
So weird, dude. It's such a weird thing.
Maybe the audio is overmargin the computer, like you say, if I need to restart it.
Yeah.
Is the audio here clipping on your end?
Nah, bro. I just went over and listened to it on the mixer, and it's totally fine on the mixer. It's something over here. Something's going weird. Makes me wonder if it's like banana or something. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out. I don't know. I've never heard that before.
Oh, you mean lack of hearing that before?
Did you download the latest Zoom? So I know that Zoom just came out with a new patch. I'm wondering if it might be something with that.
Bro, I don't know. It's fucking weird. I can hear it though. It's just kind of fucking. It sounds like a filter or something going off. It's weird and like.
Well, it started when I started telling you that you bring up the audio because it sounded real bassy on my end.
That was a bassy track. That wasn't. That wasn't that. It was. Okay. Our chat window died too.
No, mine's is up. It
really?
said, yeah.
No, on the stream.
No.
On the stream, mine's is fine.
Fucking
John Solo just posted something. Risco just posted something.
Oh, you're looking at the wrong one, bro. I'm talking about in the actual stream window. Oh, there it goes. It just popped up. All right, whatever. Seems like we have a little couple technical issues this week. That's weird, though. I'm gonna have to figure. I'm gonna shut the mixer off and reinitialize all the USB and all that shit. Maybe it fucking. Maybe
It was the Roto Risco that caused the issue.
Probably was the Roto Risco.
He didn't have any the tamale filters turned on.
Tamales.
That's what tamale filters turned on. So
Well, Hit the Deck, thanks for coming in tonight, bro.
Thank you, bro.
It's
Thanks for
awesome.
having me,
Thank you for
man.
coming.
Word. Glad you could make it. I'm glad everybody had a great weekend. Y'all fucking get out this week and rip some packs. Yeah, hopefully Artie will be joining us back soon. He is hopefully closing on his house this week. So
next week, house party in his house.
yeah, we're gonna one of these days we're gonna do a stream from house party at Artie's.
Artie's, right? The wife's like,
House
"Who the
party
fuck are
at
you?"
Artie's.
House party at Artie's.
Yeah, house party.
And yeah, Gravy's on his new job. Everybody wish Gravy congratulations. He's got his new job. He's just started this week and busting ass. So that's what's up. You all be good. That's it.
That's it.
Y'all be good. Y'all have a great weekend. We love you. You guys be safe. Get out, rip some packs, and we will see you next time. Like I said, stay tuned. Hopefully in the next 24 hours or so, you'll see the next emu coming. It's definitely worth it. And
Señores y caballeras, de buenas noches. Gracias por entrar nosotros a este
hopefully
programa
there
de
will
esta
be
noche.
another great emu war, and the Australians will lose again. Alright, that's it. Y'all have a good one.
Chad.
Bye.
Buenas noches, Gravy. Bye.
I could do a fucking split at I could do a fucking split at
Done a million times.
I could do a fucking split at
You pop up,
and then
roll,
then you
that is split at.
fucking split at I could do a fucking split at
You pop up,
and then
roll.
I mean,
Pop it. You roll.
I don't buy
And
into
then
whatever
you go
fucking
in
bullshit you're saying.
to the shit. Powerly, blind, powerly.
Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight.